This game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heitkamp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. Turner Blofis, and not only do we have one basketball game coming your way, we got a doubleheader featuring the Breckenridge Cowgirls, Breckenridge Cowboys, and then the Hawley Nuggets, who they'll be squaring off with here in Hawley, Minnesota. Made the trip out here, and I'm not alone. Joining me, and we'll be doing color as well as being the producer of the broadcast. Robert Wanik helping me out. How's it going today, Bert?
It's going pretty good, Turner. GPS took me down a little old scenic drive down some gravel roads, and now I'm here. Perfect setting to get the mind right and get caffeinated before a doubleheader.
These roads are going to be treacherous on the way back. Maybe avoid gravel on the way back if possible. But we got a lot of great storylines coming your way for this matchup. Breckenridge Cowgirls got someone who's knocking on the door of history. We got Parker Yagi, 14 points away from the school record coming into this ball game. And then a little side note, also 18 points away from the rebound record, but that she'd have to have one of the best rebounding games in Cowgirl history. But we're speaking it into existence here. Love to see Parker Yagi be able to make history. Long time coming, only a junior, and he's going to take over the scoring record, which is currently held by Denise Fries, set in 1981, I believe. And just a record that has stood for like 40 years. How fun has it been to been able to see history throughout Parker's career, Robert?
Well, tremendous career so far for, like you said, only a junior. And the thing that stands out most to me with Parker is not a player who's going to go out hunting for shot attempts. She doesn't take too much out of system, and helps everyone around her get better. And it reminds me of the leading scorer on the boys' side, Noah Christensen, slightly over 1,800. He'd pass out of the post. He would bring the ball up, and Parker Yagi's the same kind of way, and it's always good to see an unselfish player kind of take those top honors.
It's just so fun to see the evolution of her career, starting off from a seventh grader, getting her feet wet with varsity, and having to play the post, believe it or not, because right now she's still not post size, and this is before she even had it grew at all. So, Parker, that's how she kind of started off her career, but someone who's never been afraid of the moment. That's what I love about her tenacity. She did not look like a seventh grader when she came out there to start off her career, and just got better every single year, and kind of taking on a different role this year because she's trying to be a lot more of a facilitator, as we talked about, an unselfish player on this squad, and like you said, isn't looking for the shots, but will take a game over if she absolutely needs to. Maybe we're going to see that tonight. I've seen a few people who kind of know they have a big milestone coming in, and a lot of them say, let's try to get this done by halftime. I remember when Noah took over the scoring record, I was driving over from Lopton. He almost had it by halftime, and I was screaming because I thought I was going to miss it. But I luckily got there in time. But we're so excited to see what Parker and the Cowgirls have in store for us as they look for revenge in this ball game with the Hawley Nuggets. And by the way, another one that I wanted to quickly throw out there, head coach Tony Bogenreef, a former Hawley coach. He was an assistant on their staff and coached their freshman team back when I was a freshman. Jed Carlson, head coach for Hawley, they actually were on the same staff together. So it's definitely some familiarity there. It's going to be a really fun matchup between those two as Carlson in his first year taking over the position for Bill Gottenberg, who we know is running the show over in Barnesville now. May as well check out the Power Poll ranking brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company. By the way, we're also going to hit on the boys one as well while we're here. And since we got the doubleheader, and we don't know if we're going to have time during the because we might be doing a long post-game show after this. We'll see. But anyways, we'll run through the Heart of Lake standings with Barnesville at the top. 13-5 mark at this point, 9-3 in Heart of Lakes play. Pelican Rapids right behind. They're 9-4 in HOL play, 15-5 on the season. Breckenridge also 15-5 at 7-4. Well, DGF is kind of there too. We're going to give them the edge, even though I think the conference might say DGF is actually in third. But
I took a little bit of liberty there. Breckenridge has the season sweep, so they're going to get the upper hand from me and just leapfrog the Rebels for tonight.
That's fine by me. So DGF, as we said, 15-4, 9-4 in HOL play. Perm is 11-8, 7-5 in the Heart of Lakes. Frazee 12-9, 6-7 in HOL play, and then Hawley, who we'll see tonight, 6-7 in Heart of Lakes play, 10-10. And as we said, they handed Breckenridge a loss at Breckenridge. That score, better pull that up or look back to that one. Apologies, folks. That ended up being a 76-68 final. With the Breckenridge Cowgirls coming up short in that one. So looking to avenge that loss. And the Breckenridge Cowboys are also looking to get revenge as well. Since we're on the power poll ranking, may as well run through the boys' standings as well. DGF at the top, 15-4. Breckenridge gave them a good run for their money at their place, though. So we're all excited to see how they match up again a second time around. 11-1 on the year in HOL play. Pelican Rapids, they match their record in overall record, but 8-3 in Heart of Lakes play. Perms 11-6, 8-3 in the HOL. Barnesville, Breckenridge still has to see another time through as well. 14-5, Breck bested them in their last matchup, 7-4 in HOL play. Staples Motley up to 5th with a 5-5 HOL mark, 10-7 on the year. Breckenridge at 10-9, 3-6 in HOL play. And then Park Rapids, 7-9 on the year, 3-6 in the Heart of Lakes Conference. So that is a look at your Otter Tail Power Company Power Poll ranking. On for conservation, and now we'll dive into our stat report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Amanda's got you covered over in Breckenridge, while Matt has you covered in Wabaton. And we'll run through the stats from the last time these squads squared off with each other. Sella Fleming stole the show in that one with 15 points, with a couple steals and a couple assists as well. 5 for 11 on threes. Not too shabby, getting all of her points from three-point land. McKenna Walker with a dozen points and 11 rebounds in a double-double effort, so you got to watch out for her down low. Parker Yagi had a fantastic night. Wasn't enough to get the victory in that one, but only took 13 shots. That's unreal. 27 points on 13 shots is incredible. 9 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 on threes. By the way, do you know she's the all-time leader in threes? We didn't even know that. Coming into the year, she was actually tied for the record, so she set it like right off the bat to start off the year. So already the all-time leader in threes. Could break the scoring record tonight, could break the rebounding record tonight. Just putting together the best resume a Breckenridge Cowgirl basketball player has had for individual statistics-wise. Ava Janing, 17 points in that one, 6 steals. Good Lord. That's a heck of a... Her and Piper are always just living in the passing lanes. I love their game. 3 assists as well. She shot 6 of 14 from the field, knocked down a couple triples, went 3 for 4 at the stripe. By the way, Parker Yagi was 8 of 9 at the stripe when they squared off. And 23 of those points came in the second half. So, like I said, she can take a game over, and that's what she did there, because I remember they were down by at least double digits heading into halftime. So she tried to will them back, but wasn't enough, as Hawley ended up keeping them at arm's length to pick up the victory. So once again, Parker, you want to hit on the stat report for the boys too, Robert?
Yeah, one note quick about Parker Yagi, why we're so excited tonight about her being 14 points away from the scoring record. She's averaging 14.5, so that's right on her average, and like we see here in the second half alone against Hawley, 23 points. So it's super attainable for her, so we're kind of on the edge of our seats already.
And a 44-year-old record. Unreal. We've gotten to see, we're pretty lucky. We've got to see some really fun record-breaking performances. Shout out to Stephen Lipp breaking the single game scoring record. That one is always one I'm going to look back on fondly.
And Parker Yagi second in that category with 38, also trailing Denise Fries, I believe.
Yep, we thought she had the record, evidently not. But we had to issue a correction on that one. She does not have the single game record. But the last time Breckenridge played against Hawley was coming into that one looking for their first win on the year. They're actually only at 4 wins at this point, 4-14. So Breckenridge actually kind of the favored one coming into this one. But like I said, they fell to them the last time around. So, Breckenridge knows they cannot underestimate this squad. Coleman Hoff went for 17 points in that one, 2 rebounds and an assist as well. Knocked down all 4 of his triple attempts and 6 of 11 from the field. Levi Lelm, 14 points, couple rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Knocked down 6 of his 8 shots, 2 of 3 on threes. And then J.D. Gomez, who will not see in tonight's ball game, went for 16 points, 6 rebounds, and then 3 assists and 3 steals, and a very solid outing from him. That saw him shoot 6 of 16 from the field, 1 of 4 on threes, and 3 of 4 on free throws. And then Jackson Riggs had a solid outing in that one as well. Knocked down 7 of his 12 shots. Efficient as always, it seems like. 7 rebounds and a dime as well. I'd love to see that, the rebound number. I'd love to see that keep going up because, with Jackson's play style, he's kind of a wing. So, the wings aren't always just living on the glass. But with his physical ability and size, too, maybe that's something that Breckenridge could be taking advantage of going forward. We shall see.
And that's the first time that we saw Jackson Riggs kind of pull out that reverse layup twice in that game. And that's something to see, folks. If you're tuning in on the radio right now, you can watch these games tonight on KBMW News Live YouTube. He's got one of the prettiest block-to-block up and under reverse layups that you will see in high school basketball.
Some Dr. J stuff. It's crazy, some of these reverse layups we get to see. So that's a look at your State Farm Stat Report, once again brought to you by Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Breckenridge and Wabaton. We'll take our first break here on the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And we'll come back with your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors, as well as your injury report, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show. Serving the local farmers since 1986. Who can be louder, me or the announcer? We shall see. And time for your keys of the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton. And you know, usually 9 times out of 10, my key to the game is about how the team can be led to victory. Today, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to say our key to the game is feed Parker Yagi the ball, because we want to see a record, folks. 14 points away, once again, from the scoring record. And then, also 18 rebounds away. But from the score record, I just keep throwing that out there just in case. I'm trying to speak it into existence, even though it'd be a historic performance. But if anyone can do it, Parker Yagi could come through. So I'm going to do my best to keep track of rebounds tonight as well. But that's my key to the game, at least. I don't know if you got any better ones that would actually be productive toward a victory. Not that I'm saying that wouldn't be productive toward a victory, feeding Parker the ball all game.
Yeah, I mean, key to the game could be negating any of the post scoring. I mean, usually when the Cowgirls play, they are so stout defensively in the post. You're not going to get a ton of rebounds out of Mariah Coltis and Aaron Bloffish. They're just really not high-volume rebounders, but they do stop the low post scoring.
Yep.
And McKenna Walker was able to get a double-double. She put up 12 points and 11 rebounds. And in an 8-point game, that's a big difference. Usually we see them stopping everybody. Izzy Steer had 14 in that game, but it was McKenna Walker with that dozen that was kind of the X factor. Breckenridge usually does not allow a post player to score double digits in their games, so tonight if they can kind of eliminate her presence of McKenna Walker and not let her get a double-double again, that's going to go a long ways towards them winning this ball game.
Gotcha. And if I'm being genuine, I guess I would say don't have a start like you did the last time around as well, because Breckenridge kind of came out a little, I won't say flat, but they weren't really themselves when they came out to start out the opening half and kind of built a bit of a deficit they're usually not used to, and then Parker Yagi had to kind of take over and try to will them back. So I guess if I did want to say, try to get off to a better start than last time around, that could be your key to the game. Brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton once again. Time for your injury report, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. And speaking of Izzy Steer, I don't know if you got her mixed up with Stella Fleming there, but Izzy Steer is out for the season.
Oh yeah, well that would be right then.
Izzy Steer actually suffered an injury during the volleyball season. She is going to continue her career. Guess where? North Dakota State College of Science. Going to
There
play
you
volleyball there.
go.
Volleyball there.
For the legendary Jane Pesa.
Yeah, that's a big get for the Cavs. She's really good. I know she wasn't part of the state championship run this year. I mean, like, she wasn't playing on the court. She was obviously part of the team, but wasn't on the floor for the state title. But Izzy Steer is out for the Nuggets. That is the only injury I believe that they. Oh, my apologies. Brooke Geffrey, a junior on their squad, is also out. Izzy Steer, a senior. And then for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, the injury report stays the same. Just Emily Gowan out, who is out for the entire year. Talked to her before the game, though. She said rehab is going very well, so that was encouraging to hear. I said, don't go too hard. They were working Jonica too hard, so I'm just kidding. Actually, Jonica's kind of the blueprint for how to come back from an injury, so if Emily should probably just be trying to do everything she did. But Emily Gowan, unfortunately, out for your injury report. Brought to you by CHI St. Francis once again. And we can take another quick break here on the Red River Grain pregame show. Come back with your starting lineups brought to you by I guess we could hit on the boys as well for the injury report really quick here while we're on it before we head to our break. But the Hawley Nuggets will be without Mark Schauer, who suffered an injury. I think it was a shoulder injury, someone had said. So their 6'3" senior forward will be out of the lineup, as is Lincoln Midtune, who is a sophomore guard, will be out for the Nuggets. And then Breckenridge Cowboys, no injuries that I know of. I don't know if there were any that you heard about that were any last-minute additions to the injury report, Robert. But
pretty fresh at this point of the season.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. Cowboys essentially at full strength. Obviously, we'll be playing without J.D. Gomez tonight, unfortunately, again. But Breckenridge Cowboys essentially full strength and fully healthy. So we'll be seeing most of the Cowboys that we are used to tonight. That is a look at your injury report once again, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. Time for a quick break on your Red River Grain pregame show. We'll return with your starting lineups. You're listening to Cowgirl and Cowboy basketball on B92.7 FM.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And it is time, folks, for your starting lineups. Brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. And we'll start off with the Hawley Nuggets, and we got a little bit of an asterisk here because head coach Jed Carlson was 50-50 on who the starter was going to be. So I'll give you the 4 for sure starters, and then I'll give you the one that was a toss-up. Starting for the Hawley Nuggets for sure, McKenna Walker, who we said a really solid outing last time around, and she wears number 14, is a junior on this squad. Ingrid Rustad, wears number 20, a senior, and I think you said she had a pretty solid outing last time against Cowgirls.
That's who I got mixed up with, Izzy Steer. My apologies to all you Nugget fans. 14 for Ingrid Rustad in that first meeting, and worth noting that Addison Sandvik chipped in 11.
Gotcha. And then we have Katie Vetter, a sophomore wearing number 32. Emily Vettern, I don't know how many times I'm going to mess that up today. And then
I'll keep track for you.
She is a junior for the squad. We'll run through the Cowgirls really quick before the anthem. We got Sydney Roberts wearing number 0, 5'5 senior. Jonik Bernades and Parker Yagi, pair of juniors playing guard. Bernades wears 2 while Yagi wears 3. Both listed at 5'7. Piper Janing, a 5'9 sophomore, rocking number 10. And then Aaron Blaffus in the middle, 5'10 senior, wearing number 24. Other Cowgirls you can expect to see on the floor, Mariah Coltis, Ava Janing, and Anna Spear as well. And then maybe some Colin Howd as well. And if they need to go to the bench a little more, she's usually the 9th girl in the rotation. But that is a look at your starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. We'll make sure to get you the boys when we get to the boys game. But you're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today.
You know, there's a lot of talk about assisted living facilities in the area, but at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge, the story really is different. Let me tell you about it. The story at Twin Town Villa is caring eyes looking after the people you love. It's a collection of ears listening to what their residents need. It's the gentle, compassionate action that takes care of those needs. It's real connection that assures you that your family members are never alone. That's just part of the story. Take a tour and see for yourself. Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge.
How often should I review my homeowner's policy?
Hi, I'm Carson Zark with Nodak Insurance Company. Most people purchase a policy when they buy a home and rarely think of it again. The problem is, your home appreciates over time. The value also increases as you make improvements. With this in mind, it's a good idea to review annually so you have the coverage you need if something happens to your home.
Get answers to all your insurance questions from Carson Zarek, one of the agents with answers from Nodak Insurance Company.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Jennifer Blaffus along with Robert Wannick getting ready for a Heart of Lakes doubleheader. We got the Breckenridge Cowgirls getting set to take on the Hawley Nuggets. Just a couple minutes away from tip-off, they're going to announce the starting lineups, and we'll run through the Breckenridge the Breckenridge boys starters and the Hawley boys starters while they announce the girls, and then we'll loop back to the girls and make sure to get them again. And the Hawley Nuggets go like this. Number 1, Matthew Crompton, a 6'2 junior who is a sophomore. Coleman Hoff, a guard who wears number 3. He's a junior. Levi Lelm wears number 4. He's a 6'1 senior forward. Noah Nelson in the middle, 6'6", listed as a guard with a senior, or is a senior on this squad. And then we got Jackson Skank, who is a 6'1 junior guard, rocking number 20, apologies. Aiden Sanchez does wear number 2. He's a 6'1 sophomore for the Cowboys, having a very strong sophomore campaign. Cooper Roberts, a 6'2 junior, also in a bit of a breakout season as well, in their second year of being varsity starters. And, if you ask head coach Jordan Christensen, he'll tell you himself, they kind of got thrown into the fire last year a little bit here, so it's kind of fun to see them have success this year. And Levi Christensen, another guy that a lot of people are rooting for after he had to sit out last year due to transfer rules. 6'3 junior wearing number 5. Charlie Craychaw wearing number 12. He's a 5'8 junior on an absolute heater right now. Heat check Chuck, big shot Chuck, whatever you want to call him. The kid is on fire. And then Connor Ernst, a 5'10 sophomore wearing number 13, will be handling the point guard duties for the Cowboys. Other Cowboys that you can expect to see come off the bench. Senior Caleb Albertson, senior Logan Church, Jackson Riggs, of course. He's kind of the certified sixth man on this bunch. Avery Smith, another one who comes in and just adds instant defense. Gotta love when Avery Smith comes off. Then the party really gets started. And I've been using the comp as kind of reminds me of Hunter Feigem back in the day. When Hunter Feigem was Avery's age, I should say.
He's got that PJ Tucker lineup spot out there buckling down. If you score, it's great. If you don't, just play that brand of defense.
For sure.
It'll keep you on the court, young man.
Yeah, that will. We'll look back to the Hawley Nuggets as it looks like they have confirmed who the starter is. Addison Sandvik will be starting in this one, wearing number 4. She's a junior. McKenna Walker, a junior as well, wearing 14. Number 20, Ingrid Rustad, the senior, wears number 20. And Katie Vetter, 32. And then Emily Veteran, a junior, wearing 44.
The officials for tonight's ball game are...
And then for the Cowgirls, they go with the regular 5. Sydney Roberts, Jonica Bernades, Parker Yagi, Piper Janing, and Aaron Blofis.
And if you guys are watching this on KBMW News Live YouTube, leave us a comment. Turn the volume up, turn it down. We don't have our engineering degree. I know you guys are probably so surprised, but let us know how it is, and we'll carry you through both games tonight.
And we got a 3-man crew today. We had only 2 for the JV games. I got a little nervous. This opening tip brought to you by NDSCS, the College of Learning by Doing, as Breckenridge right off to it, trying to go to Parker Yagi inside, but it gets blocked. Once again, 14 points away from the school record. We'll see if she's going to be getting it today. But Hawley attacking off the drive with a right-handed layup off the mark. Rebounded inside. Shot is a little bit tipped. Loose ball on the floor. Hawley's able to come away with it. They throw it out, and there's a travel. Travel called on number 20 for the Nuggets.
And a great job inside there, like we talked about in the pregame keys to the game. Aaron Blofis, 2-point blank looks there. She just kind of stood tall and turned him away.
Ingrid Rustad gets the turnover with it, and then they go with the trap near half court right away off the bat. Sydney Roberts now has it in the left corner. Roberts dribbling over, skips it over to the right corner to Piper Janing. Janing, serve goes inside to Sydney Roberts. Very nice drop off to Aaron Blofis. Left-handed layup is good.
2-point basket,
Aaron Blofis into the scoring column off of the assist from Roberts. And Cowgirls come away with a steal, and Parker Yagi with their first bucket of the game.
Number 3,
Parker Yagi with the first 4 points of the ball game. Got it 4-0, or with her first 2 points of the ball game. Breckenridge up 4-0 in the opening minute, and now they get a foul near half court. 4-0 lead once again. 16:59 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
For those of you who might have missed the pregame, Parker Yagi now a dozen points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in Cowgirls basketball.
A 44-year-old record could potentially fall today. They went to her right away, right off the bat to open up the game, so you know that they're trying to get that out of the way real quick. Jonica Bernades hunkering down to guard on the perimeter. Drops off to number 14, McKenna Walker. Sandvik with the ball. Now a right-handed drive for Katie Vetter. Kicks it up to near the top of the key to Ingrid Rustad. Rustad waiting on a ball screen. 6 seconds on the shot clock, and Jonica Bernades gets on the floor for a steal. Piper Janing gets it after the pass was tipped. Janing pushing the tempo, feeds it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi's got the green light to try to maybe get this record by halftime. A lot of contact on that one. She turns it over. Off and running the Nuggets are, and we got a foul. And Katie Vetter able to get out in transition off the steal, but like I said, a little bit of contact on that one.
So Vetter at the line as we take one quick look here at the stat report. 58% from the line, Hawley, in this first matchup. Breckenridge at 68.
Vetter's right-handed free throw is up off the back iron.
58% is not going to win you a whole lot of ball games with the charity stripe.
Not ideal. They're free after all, as every coach has told me whenever I was shooting around 50%. I said, at least I'll get you a point per possession, buddy. Free throws up. Nothing but net. 4-1 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Hawley, this is kind of their signature. They love that full court press. Parker Yagi loves throwing down passes to Aaron Blofis, who drops in the left-handed layup. Aaron Blofis' second bucket off of the Yagi dime this time around. And Hawley trying to answer. We got another foul. This time heading to the stripe is going to be number 4, Addison Sandvik.
Cowgirl foul.
Cowgirls.
Aaron Blofis, her first,
it's the first one on Blofis. The last foul was on, Bernades and Yagi each have a foul already. We're not even 2 minutes in the ball game, and 3 Cowgirls have a foul already. First free throw is off the mark. So they're not exactly bringing up that free throw percentage right out of the gate here. Free throw is up. And 0 for 2 trip. Rebounded by Piper Janing. Cowgirls get over to Aaron Blofis on the left side of the floor. Jonica Bernadez now has in the left corner. Gets a ball screen from Blofis. Over to Parker Yagi near the top of the key. A little jab, step, and go. The left-handed layup is good. Parker Yagi, 2 points on the resume. She needs 10 more for the school record. A lot of contact here. Both teams playing very physical off the bat. And Parker Yagi with the board. They're off and running. 8-1 Cowgirl lead off the bat. Yagi with a dribble kick to Sydney Roberts. Roberts driving inside. Very nice read to get inside. I thought that was going to be an N1. You couldn't hear the excitement in my voice, but she'll have to settle for a pair of free throws instead.
So Yagi on that last basket, very ambidextrous scorer, and that's her go-to shot, kind of like that bucket shot. She keeps the ball low, hides it from the defender, and scoops it up.
Sydney Roberts with the right-handed shot. Gets a generous roll off the front. Cowgirls up 9-1 to open up this ball game. So definitely a change of pace from the last time these two teams squared off for the opening of the ball game. Mariah Coltis in for the first substitution, and then Ava Janning will be subbing in pending a free throw make here by Bernadez. 2 for 2, or Sydney Roberts, apologies. 2 for 2 trip.
We'll try to keep the cameras still as we can. We're trying to keep stats on the table, and we got a little bit of foot traffic too up here. So
10-1 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 15:22 left to go in this opening half. Jonica Bernadez applying the pressure on Ingrid Rustad. Getting right into her. Rustad swings it over to McKenna Walker. Walker lets it rip on a three. That is her M.O. McKenna Walker knocks down the triple. We got a 10-4 lead, and now a turnover. And Hawley converts with a bucket. 2 more points for Rustad. And Parker Yagi trying to get to the cup, and they're going to call a foul on this. So she's got 2 free throws coming. Being very aggressive. This is about as aggressive as we've seen her to open up a game. So you know that there was definitely a game plan coming into this ball game.
Turning defense into offense on her first basket, and that's a good way to get the scoring rhythm going.
First free throw is good. So she's already up to 5 points, and only 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the ball game already. So
A little bit better than your point per possession that you used to go for.
I wish. 2 for 2 trip. That's very generous. 6 points right off the bat. 8 to go to the school record. 12-6 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And with the ball is McKenna Walker. Swings it over to the right wing to Sella Fleming, who just checked in the ball game. And, almost got swiped away by Piper Janning, but we're going to get a foul call. Piper Janning. She's got some great length. The sophomore. Helps her rack up a lot of steals. Then Ava Janning kind of gets her steals with her quickness, so it's kind of fun to see how they kind of compare their different styles. Jonica Bernadez, they're going to call that one every time, unfortunately for her. As she picks up foul number 2, we got Sydney Roberts coming right back into the ball game.
Credit Ingrid Rustad there. I don't think that Bernadez expected her to kind of explode off a drive 28 feet from the basket, but she took it right into her chest.
That was a heads-up play for sure. And first foul, or second foul on Bernadez. Piper Janning will get a breather as well. On a spear in for her first action. 14.5 left in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breck up 12-6. And another steal from Parker Yagi. Yagi, I believe she's got 2 or 3 already. Another left-handed layup. 8 points for Yagi.
That was a beautiful use of keeping the basketball away from the defense, way off on her left side.
Hawley answers with a bucket. 14-8 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
It's so hard to score those one-turner because you got your arm fully extended, your off-hand, beautiful left-handed layup by Yagi.
Yagi swings over to Anna Spear on the left wing. Hawley in their zone. Get over to Ava Janning. Janning steps back into a 3 in the left wing. Leaves it a little short. Sydney Roberts there to try to get the board. There's a push. So the foul is on the Nuggets.
And that's going to put the Nuggets.
Or actually, it's on the Cowgirls. That's on Piper Janning.
Put the Nuggets into the bonus here.
Oh, my goodness.
Just under 14, or is that foul number 6?
Oh, they're saying it was on Sydney Roberts. Yep, that's 6 fouls.
6 fouls.
Oh, my goodness. Sydney Roberts with her first. 13:47 still left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in a very physical start to the ball game. And a 3 is up from Walker off the mark. Rebounded in the right corner. And a 3 from the right wing is now off the mark. Rebounded by Sydney Roberts. Roberts Dishes up to Anna Spear on the left wing. Spear back to Roberts, who is cutting, so she wasn't exactly ready for that pass, but was able to recover. Gets a ball screen from Mariah Coltis. It's going to try to attack on the drive. Nice left-handed scoop, but off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. 14-8 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And now Mariah Coltis is going to get tagged with the foul, and we're into the 1-1. Less than 5 minutes into this ball game.
And that's something to watch for. Breckenridge has ran into this a few times. It's kind of bringing back flashbacks of that Pelican Rapids game when they sent them to the line 33 times.
Oh my.
Vikings went 27 of 33 and won by a dozen in Breckenridge.
And Jonica Bernardes is going to be tasked with playing with 2 fouls now, as Izzy Johnson checks into the ball game for the Nuggets.
Sandvik also returns for Hawley.
Cowgirls
replacing Walker.
up 14-9.
And how big are those 4 early points from Aaron Blofis at this point of the first half?
Right, and let's see if she can try to avoid foul trouble as well, as this one goes off the back iron. Nuggets kind of struggling at the free throw line to start it off. As Sydney Roberts gets it in the right corner, was looking for Mariah Coltis, who had a nice steal down low, but it gets batted out of bounds. Breckenridge looking to avenge a loss once again from earlier in the season. As my apologies, looks like a table game out on us a little bit, but we're all good here. And now another foul into the 1-1. Foul on the full court, and head coach Tony Bogenreef obviously not very happy with his squad on that one. He's going to have to call a timeout. We'll take one with him. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM. Parker Yagi knocking on the door of school history.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back. 14-9 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Shout out to Carol Colby watching at home. Everybody loves Carol.
Yeah, check out her Facebook page, Breckenridge Sports and School Photos. Best in the biz when it comes to action photos.
Also, we got a few of Parker Yeage's former teammates coming in. We got Anna Erickson, as well as Carson Materi and Cameron Kaler, all coming to watch their former teammate make history, as we got a miss at the free throw line in the 1-1. So that's about the only positive to the Cowgirls getting in foul trouble, as the Nuggets are kind of leaving it short at the line. Ava Janing over to Jonica Bernardes. Bernardes up to Ava Janing. Janing directing traffic. 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. She goes over to Anna Spear on the right wing. Sydney Roberts now has it. Picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Spear. Over to Ava Janing, and she rims out on the 3, but I'm liking the aggressiveness from her downtown. That's the second one we've seen her let rip.
And that one all the way down in the cup and back out. So a good-looking shot from Janing.
Nuggets have it over on the left wing with Sella Fleming. They go inside. Shot is off the mark. Mariah Coltis getting on the glass for the board. Coltis feeds it up to Jonica Bernardes, playing with a pair of fouls. Over to Anna Spear. Spear gets a ball screen on the right side from Bernardes and ends up almost throwing it away, but Sydney Roberts is able to track it down. She's getting rode up the sideline, and they're going to call the foul. Head coach Tony Bogenreef was right on top of that one. Cowgirls in a bit of a scoring drought right now. I think they checked someone in who can help with that. Parker Yagi back into the ball game, along with Aaron Blofis and Piper Janing as well.
Yagi leads the Cowgirls so far with 8 of their 14 points.
And she needs 6 more for the school record. She does a fake right here. I don't know if they were trying to get her in isolation to drive on that, but she swings over to Sydney Roberts on the left side. Roberts over to Ava Janing. Ava Janing over to Parker Yagi, who gets downhill with the right-handed layup, and oh boy, thought she was going to be able to get that to drop, but off the mark. A tough layup inside. And swung out to the right wing to a wide-open shooter, and that's going to go down most times. Addison Sandvik.
That one was true as it gets, Turner. End-over-end rotation. A nice-looking jumper there from downtown.
Cuts lead to 2, 14-12. Cowgirls are up on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts over to Parker Yagi. Swings it to Piper Janing in the right corner. Janing puts up the triple, off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Hawley out and running. Breckenridge needs to be careful with the fouls. They already got 8 team fouls. And Aaron Blofis was trying to grab the board. They're going to say out of bounds off of her.
That one tipped over Blofis's head. Appeared to be by Hawley, but
out of bounds off of the Cowgirls. According to the officials, at least.
it's all that matters,
I
right?
would say they got a better view than I do.
I always say, is that a foul? Well, the ref called it a foul, so it is, right?
Hawley gets it inbounded to Addison Sandvik near half court. 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. She drives to the left. Parker Yagi might take a shot to the face, and Piper Janing picks up her second foul. Trying to hack a block and ended up getting a wrist instead. Nuggets currently on a 6-0 run on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
It's going to be a tough place to play tonight. The roads are bad. Crowd's going to be a little bit light for Breckenridge, even with the record-setting, possible record-setting performance in Hawley. They're going to pack the gym tonight for a Heart of Lakes game, and it's going to get a little hostile in here, Turner.
Yeah, another missed free throw, though. Hawley Nuggets are, I think that's going to be the first thing they do, as Emily Veteran misses on the first one. I think the first thing they do in the next practice is everybody's got to make 20 free throws before they get going.
Win sprints first, though, and then shoot the free throws.
Free throw is good. She must have heard us. Veteran knocks down the free throw. Cuts lead to 1. 14-13. Breckenridge is still up on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, but in a bit of a scoring drought. By the way, being outscored 15-4. Jonica Bernardes after getting off to a 10-1 run. And Sydney Roberts rainbows a 3 off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Cowgirls once again gone cold offensively. Veteran kicks it out to the perimeter to Fleming. Nice little skip pass over to the left side. Hawley takes the lead with a triple from Sandvik.
10-0 run.
Her second 3. Got a 16-14 Hawley Nugget lead. Ava Janing over to Parker Yagi. Parker Yagi with a nice pass fake and then lets it rip from the left wing. Sydney Roberts with the board. Roberts kicks it out. Aaron Blofis now has it over to Jonica Bernardes. Parker Yagi camped out in the left corner. Nice kick out to Sydney Roberts, who drops it down to Parker Yagi in the short corner, and she's not able to rat it in, but a nice look. Rebounded by Hawley, and McKenna Walker bring it up. Parker Yagi trying to guard. She pokes it free. I believe I got her for about 2 or 3 steals already off the bat for Yagi, so trying to make her impact felt defensively as well.
Breckenridge has ran into this several times too. Not a great three-point shooting team, but a tendency to settle for the 3 and shoot 25-30 threes if they don't get things going, and they're reverting back to that right now. So let's see if they can start punching the basketball in the paint again.
Ava Janing putting the pressure on Ingrid Rustad on the point. Nuggets kick it out to the right side, and that one's going to go way long, but Johnny on the spot for the rebounds. Emily Veteran. She throws it right out to Ava Janing, though. Janing feeds it up to Jonica Bernardes. Bernardes puts up a mid-range shot off the mark. I think they are going to say we can get a better look than that.
Ton of long jumpers so far.
9:12 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as the scoring struggles continue. And we got a timeout taken by the Nuggets. Once again, a 10-0 run. The Nuggets are on. 9:05 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 30-second timeout. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
After that high camp construction timeout, we are back. Breckenridge Cowgirls trailing 16-14 here in Hawley after getting out to a 10-1 lead, but Hawley's on a 10-0 run. And now trying to make it a 12-0 run with this long jumper, but off the mark, rebounded by Parker Yagi. Jonica Bernardes has it on the left wing. Hawley not giving her any room to operate. Swings over to Parker Yagi. And it gets swung around to Anna Spear. They love that look. Off the mark from 3, though. Aaron Blofis tries to tip it to keep it alive and almost gets tied up for a jump ball. Parker Yagi is going to try to pick up in the full court against Addison Sandvik. Sandvik drives by her and kicks it out to the left wing. 3 is up. off just the backboard, rebounded by Yagi. Parker Yagi out and running. They're going to leave her wide open on the perimeter. You don't want to do that. She knocks down the triple. 3 points away from the school record. Parker Yagi stops the bleeding, 17-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Sandvik responds right away with 2 more to get the lead right back.
Right over the top of Ava Janing, and did a nice job there not getting another foul because that would put Hawley in the double bonus.
Sandvik's got 8 early points. Ava Janing with the ball, looking for her first points. She's going to let it rip on a 3, off the mark to the right. She gets her own rebound, though, off the tip. And then inside for the layup is Parker Yagi, now 1 point away from the school record. Next bucket will do it.
Parker Yagi joins Denise Fries way back in 1981 now. 1,501 points.
Up by 1, and Hawley comes back once again. These teams are trading blows. We'll see if this is going to be the possession. Ava Janing bring it up. Swings it over to Parker Yagi on the left side. She's going to pull a 3 for the record. Off the mark and rebounded by the Nuggets. 21-19, Hawley leads, 7:20 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sandvik with the ball in an up-tempo ball game with a lot of fouls, as Aaron Blofis will get tagged with a body foul here.
With all these threes going up and most of them not going in, I'd be fine with Parker getting that record at the free throw line. So
I would be all right with that as well. 21-19.
Like to see some back cut action, maybe some pick and pop, pick and roll stuff.
And Hawley, another missed free throw.
It's just so hard to make adjustments in the middle of such a back and forth game like this. You know, you don't want to burn your full timeout, so you only get 30 seconds to talk it over when you do call one.
I'm tired just trying to keep stats, man. This is it's been an up-tempo ball game. 21-19, Hawley in the lead, trying to add to it right here. Free throws up and good, nothing but net. So 1 for 2 trip. And we'll see if this is going to be the possession for the Cowgirls as Anna Spears trying to break this press. Gets it up to Yagi, feeds it to Piper Janing. Janing has her pass tip. She was looking for Mariah Coltis down low. Parker Yagi gets it inside. 2 defenders there, and they're all over, and that's the record! And an N1 nonetheless. Parker Yagi with the all-time scoring record. She's got to get a hug from all the teammates on the floor. And a standing ovation from the Breckenridge fans. Parker Yagi with 7 minutes left to go is now the all-time leading scorer in Breckenridge Cowgirls history. Congratulations, Parker. Be able to get to enjoy the moment with all of her teammates. This is the part where you got to talk strategy, though. you got to give her some tips when she runs over there. And now she'll head up and get a hug from her father and mother, Bruce and Brady, at the ball game. Parker Yagi.
Let's hear it one more time for
enjoy the night.
Yagi. Congratulations.
22-21 ball game.
Let's take one more look at this list that she joins here. She passes Denise Fries, 15:02 for Parker Yagi. Sarah Steinborn on that list, Justine Rickles, Lisa Bach, and Sue Singleman. As you say, Turner, shout out to the lineage.
Oh, shout out the lineage indeed. And a free throw is good from Yagi. She's got 16 of her team's 22 points. And Hawley trying to answer with the dribble kick out near the top of the key. Skipped over to the left side, into the corner. Three-pointers up, way off the mark. Rebounded by Ava Janing. And a foul after the rebound. We'll see how the fouls are catching up. That is the 5th foul on the Nuggets.
You know, pretty soon, though, for Breckenridge, we're going to start seeing players getting to that number 2 and 3 foul, though, so that's something to keep an eye on. Bernatus right now, really the only one with 2, I believe.
Piper Janing as well.
Piper Janing as well.
Feeds up to Sydney Roberts, who was looking inside. Was able to resist trying to throw it down low to Mariah Coltis. They go out to Piper Janing, and Janing's going to get called for the travel. Tried to go with that shot fake and go that we've seen Piper Janing burn so many defenders on this year. 22 all with 6:27 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If you're just joining us, you missed Parker Yagi set the all-time scoring record with an N1 down low. And Hawley Nuggets, that one goes off the top of the backboard. Kicked out to the perimeter, though, after the very lucky bounce. And Ingrid Rustad knocks it down for a triple. Rustad with 5 points. Sydney Roberts with the ball. 25-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And now Ava Jannings going to pick up the foul, loose ball foul, as it gets tracked down, and Ingrid Rustad got hit like a linebacker, came onto the floor right there.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time, and she gets the people's elbow there from Ava Janning. Ava Janning right away a little surprised, you know, by the contact as well.
Rustad looking to add to her point total. Once again, they got her for 5. I don't know why I got her for a little more, but she knocks down the free throw. 6 by their stats. I probably was just misallocating some stats there. That happens sometimes. Going through the routine as Hawley now finds himself up by 4 after another 1-for-2 trip from the Nuggets. I don't want to know what they'd be up if they were knocking down the free throws. Sydney Roberts looking to go inside, and 1! Now that this N1 is a lot less historic, I want to tell you the N1 sponsor is Carson Zarg, Nodak Insurance Agent, your agent with answers.
And that one, a pretty quirky shot there by Roberts. She got a step on the defense, and that one actually had some top spin on it. It hit the bottom of the rim and rolled over the top, a little rim grazer. Shout out to TJ Klein. That's what they used to call his dunking. Certified rim grazer.
Sydney Roberts, why you got to do TJ like that? And then misses the free throw.
It's in the man's own words, Turner.
Missed free throw. She's 2 for 3 at the stripe. Her squad down 2. Parker Yagi playing some tough defense. Goes inside and then kicked out to the right wing. They throw into the elbow area, dropped in the short corner. And now swung out into the left corner to Addison Sandvik. Kicks it out to near the top of the key. Breckenridge fans claim there was a travel. And drive inside on the right side, kicked out to the left corner. 3 is up and way off the mark. Mariah Coltis is trying to get the rebound, but tipped out of bounds off of Hawley. Breckenridge down 26-24 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 5:18 left to go.
Bernatis checks back in.
Playing with 2.
Averaging about a dozen points this year. She's still scoreless tonight, so let's see if they can get some action and get her open on the perimeter.
Erin Blofis, who had a couple early buckets, she's playing with 2 fouls as well. So we got 3 Cowgirls, 3 Cowgirls with 2 fouls. Currently, Ava Janning with the ball. Janning takes it inside the arc, kicks it out to Sydney Roberts, who lets it rip from deep. Off the mark. Erin Blofis was fighting for that board, but wasn't able to track it down. Had to make sure not to pick up a foul. Also, a happy belated birthday to Erin Blofis. Had her birthday this week, just turned 18. I made sure to wish her a birthday that day, or happy birthday that day. I didn't miss it. Kicked out to the left corner. And drive inside, and now she gets foul number 3. We'll probably see Mariah Coltis back in the ball game, and here she comes.
And there are no other post players on this roster, so it's just Coltis and Blofis. You have some strong defenders like Yagi can play down in there. I mean, I'd put Sydney Roberts in that category too if you really need to put somebody in there. And Piper Janning has some length, but as far as like the post power forward position, it's really a 2-horse stable here in Blofis and Coltis, so that really hurts Breckenridge down the stretch.
Yagi will have to do some of the heavy lifting down low as well. After the first free throw was off the mark, and now an 0-for-2 trip. Once again, the Hawley free throws, we're going to have to tally that all up at the break. It's going to take a while. 4:40 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts with a very nice drop-off, and Mariah Coltis can't knock it down. Hawley out and running, 4.5 minutes left to go. Pull-up jumper just inside the arc. Ava Janning tracks down the board.
It's going to be a bad luck blocking foul there on Hawley. That was number 4, Addison Sandvik, just trying to save the ball and just kind of ties up Ava Janning, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Into the 1-and-1. Ava Janning looking for her first points of the game.
I always think that's a wise decision when you got the defense on the floor like that. Obviously, you don't want to hurt them or yourself, but go right over the top of them. They're not in a legal guarding position and pick up a free foul.
Ava Janning has been doing most of her, all of her shot attempts, I believe, are been from deep, which is kind of out of character because she's such a good slasher. But first free throw is good from Janning. Cowgirls got to be happy seeing her get to the stripe, and she could tie this ball game up. 4:25 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1-for-2 trip, and she gets her own rebound, drives inside, layup off the mark, and rebounded by the Nuggets.
You don't have to shoot that one, you know, when you get that rebound. Probably a little excited that it came right back to her.
Sandvik has her shot. Ooh. They're going to call a foul on Mariah Coltis. Got to stay straight up.
I think that one might be on Janning. We'll see. Nope, you're right. It's on Coltis.
Coltis picks up her second foul. And hits just keep coming for the fouls. But once again, Hawley isn't making them pay yet. We're probably going to get our first 2-for-2 trip here after the reverse. Nope, not here, not there. I was going to say we're going to get the reverse announcer jinx here.
We got to be looking at 30% here from the free throw line in the first half.
I feel bad for Coach Jed Carlson over there. I would be kind of kicking myself right there too. I'd be like, what are we doing, girls? Let's start knocking these bad boys down. We're getting to the stride.
It has a waterfall effect when you start missing them.
Yeah, there's 1-for-2 trip. It's one of those things where you don't know if you want to acknowledge it either. It's like, why are we shooting free throws, girls? 1-for-2 trip. Jonica Bernardes crosses the timeline. 27-25 your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Spear has it. It was to Ava Janing in the right elbow area. Parker Yagi with the board. Yagi goes up for it, off the mark. Tried to get her own rebound, but no luck. And now her next record she's got to go for. She's 14 rebounds away from the school record by my count. So we'll see if she can maybe add that to the resume with a big second half.
Well, she might end up playing the 5 in the second half at this rate.
There's the 5th rebound. And then almost stolen away, but that time it will be. My apologies. Actually, it bounced out of bounds. Head coach Tony Bogenreef going to bat for his players. Saying I kind of was hoping for a foul over here, but not getting it. He doesn't want to bark up the wrong tree with Phil Hansen over here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know if you're going to win that matchup, Bogey.
Bogey doesn't want to get blocked into the second level tonight.
Cindy Roberts over to Ava Janing. Ava Janing directing traffic. Saying we got to load it over here. Gets it over to Parker Yagi on the right side. Back to Ava Janing. Hard pass fake. Now back to Yagi. Drives baseline. And floater is off the mark. They're going to call a foul on the floor before the shot. 1-1 though.
That's who you want at the free throw line tonight. Yagi has 16 points already in this opening half.
Sella Fleming will get tagged with this one. And the 8th foul on the Nuggets, but they're kind of spreading their fouls out a little better than the Cowgirls are. Cowgirls got a lot of girls with multiple fouls. And 0 for 1, as it was 1-1, so. Nuggets with the ball up 27-25 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And loose ball. Sydney Roberts trying to get on the floor for it and ties it up. Nuggets will have the possession arrow.
And if you guys want to check out our CFI Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here on YouTube, you can compare Turner's scoring numbers with the official scoring numbers and see how good he's doing as Bernardes hits that one like Messi into the stands. Good footwork
and my
there.
neighbor here in the stands just got a pass. I thought this was going to be my time to shine, but not today. The day will come. I'll get hit by a baseball doing one of these games. Sure, I'm sure one of these days too. But pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebounded by Anna Spear. Cowgirls out and running. Spear picks up her dribble. It's over to Yagi, who feeds it right back to Spear, who steps into a triple off the mark and rebounded by the Nuggets. 2:45 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Both teams in a bit of a drought. And hard drive inside, blocked by Roberts, and rebound number 6 for Yagi. They try feeding it up, but another turnover. Started off as the team's kind of trading shots offensively, and now it's both teams have gone a little cold. As we got another free throw, more free throws coming. Anna Spear picks up the shooting foul this time around. Let's see what she's at for fouls.
So Anna Spear in the JV game. Her second. In the JV game, Spear hit a three-pointer with 51 seconds left in overtime to put Breckenridge up. Unable to hang on, Hawley took the JV game 52-51.
In overtime. Free throw is up and off the mark. A running theme. She was 0 for 2 on her last trip. Still looking for her first points of the night, Sella Fleming is, despite a solid outing last time against the Cowgirls. 2:27 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Fleming's free throw is up and good. Now 28-25. Ava Janing has to get across half court. The trap was coming. She tries going to Mariah Coltis. Coltis has to get on the floor for it. And head coach Tony Bogenreef was trying to get a timeout, but jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Cowgirls, though. So dodge the bullet a little bit there. 2:16 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Both teams in the penalty. 10 team fouls for the Cowgirls to 8 for the Nuggets. Ava Janing drives inside on the left side and has it blocked, and the Hawley fans are shocked. Head coach Jed Carlson thought he was about to leave the building, but he's going to stick around.
You know, it's a game of verticality. You might be good up top, but when you don't get the hips slid over, you're going to get a blocking foul like that. And actually a clean block up top there. The referee signaled that it was indeed a block.
First free throw is good for Ava Janning.
And before that shot, Hawley was on a 27-15 run. Quite the turnaround from that 10-1 start.
Ava Janning, her second trip to the line, and just like the last one, 1 for 2.
Oh, almost got a rebound again.
Nuggets up 28-26, just over 2 minutes left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Swung out to the left wing, dribbled it into the paint, and a nice little step through there to free herself up. And Katie Vetter gets her first field goal of the ball game, or second field goal of the ball game. There was those missing 2 points I was looking for. As Piper Janning has her pass stolen away. Ava Janning was able to get down there and defend it. Nuggets had to kick it back out. Driving inside, right-handed shot is off the mark, rebounded by Parker Yagi.
Big stop there. That would have been the biggest lead of the ball game.
Yagi up to Piper Janning, whose left-handed layup is off the mark. Sydney Roberts tried following it, but they weren't able to capitalize. Cowgirls down by 4. Nuggets kick it out to the right wing. Little drop off, and inside is Piper Janning. Is going to pick up foul number 3. Tough break for the Cowgirls. 2 more free throws coming for the Nuggets. Yeah, you know it's not good when you got to turn to someone with 2 fouls to come in for someone with 3 fouls.
And I'm not sure what Janning's supposed to do there. She's moving laterally. She's not blocking off the defender. She looked like she was straight up, so kind of a tough break there for Janning, her 3rd foul.
We've seen 8 Cowgirls take the floor tonight, and 3 of them have 1 foul. Everybody else has multiple fouls. It's not often you got to say it's easier to count the girls with less than or fewer than 2 fouls. First free throw is off the mark. And this is Izzy Johnson, another 0 for 2 trip. Actually almost gets tipped in. Parker Yagi whilst adding to the historic point total, but for the other team. Jonica Bernadez has it on the right wing. Bernadez with the double team on her. Parker Yagi attacks from the high post area, but lost her dribble out of bounds. They're going to say off of the Nuggets, though. Kind of got picked up on the baseline. Just under a minute left to play. Cowgirls down by 4.
Hawley flying around in this zone defense, trying to trap way up top. It's worked well so far.
Ava Janning drops it into Coltis. Coltis back to Janning. Her shot is tipped, but a nice rebound by Coltis, who swings it over to Yagi for the layup.
Big time dime there from Coltis to
Very
Yagi.
nice.
Yagi up to 18 points.
In the opening half, good Lord. 18 of her team's 28. Her squad down by 2, 42 seconds left to go. Sydney Roberts hunkering down. And there is that foul call. And they're going to say this one was on, that's the second foul on Sydney Roberts.
Defensive foul number 0.
Yeah, catch that pass from Coltis on Plays of the Week next week, presented by Superior Builders. Passing up a good shot for a better shot.
37 seconds left to go. 30-28 once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Halftime show might be pretty short tonight after you get all those free throw misses tabulated. Might take a while.
I'm gonna go hit up the actual book and see what they got, because I don't think I'm keeping up with all these. As we're about to we could get our first 2 for 2 trip of the night for Hawley. They make the first one.
It's Ingrid Rustad at the line. Rustad now up to 7 points.
Next free throw is up, leaves it short, so we will not get the 2 for 2 trip there.
Offensive rebound, Nuggets.
Hawley swings it around to the right wing. Now they drop it inside the arc. Mariah Coltis coming over to defend. Back out to Rustad. Rustad dribbles it out to the half-court circle. She's got 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 23 seconds left in the half. 31-28 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. A very nice drive for Rustad to lay it in. Her squad's up 5. And then Breckenridge ends up throwing it away off the inbound. Just being a little too quick. Mariah Coltis tried lasering it over to Jonica Bernadez, but out of bounds.
Largest lead of the game for Hawley, who once trailed by 9, 10-1. They've been at 4 points for most of the half here, and they stretch it to 5 with a chance to do some more damage.
And just like in their last matchup, Parker Yagi taking up on herself to keep Breckenridge in this ball game. She's got 18 of their 28. Needs to get some help offensively. 11.7 seconds left. Hawley going to hold for the last shot here. And Sydney Roberts draws the offensive foul.
Personal foul, Nuggets number 14.
Playing with 2 fouls, so it's a little dangerous. But, hey, fun fact, someone on Hawley has 3 fouls now, McKenna Walker.
Buzzer beater territory here, 5.8 ticks left in the first half. Yegi's going to trigger it in here for Breckenridge. I expect her to get it right back.
Yegi inbounding right in front of her squad's bench. Ava Janing takes it up. Janing looking to drive by. And very nice take inside for the left-handed layup. Everybody was keen on Yegi, and Ava Janing capitalized.
A little bit of decoy action there from the Cowgirls.
Love it. 33-30 is your score as we head into the half. Breckenridge trailing Hawley. We saw Parker Yegi become the all-time leading scorer in school history. We'll tell you more about it when we come back for your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. Don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. And it was a blast to see history, folks, but Breckenridge Cowgirls down by 3 at the half against the Hawley Nuggets, a team that they're looking to avenge a loss from earlier this year. And let's run through the State Farm Halftime Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. We'll start off with the Hawley Nuggets, led by a pair of players with 9 points, Ingrid Rustad, and then as well as Addison Sandvik. 9 apiece for those two. We got 6 points out of McKenna Walker on a pair of triples. 5 points from Katie Vetter. And then joining her in the scoring column with 3 points was Emily Vetter. And then number 1, our 1 point from Stella Fleming. Apologies. And then for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, for their 30 points, 18 of them coming from Parker Yagi, who entered this game needing 14 to break the score record. Got it done with 7 minutes left to go in the opening half with a fantastic N1 to get to the stripe, and takes over a record that stood for 44 years, folks. Unreal. And then 4 points each from Sydney Roberts and Erin Blafis, as well as Ava Janing. So only 4 girls getting in the scoring column, and Breckenridge is definitely going to need to see an uptick there. And but the fouls were kind of the story of the half. We got Piper Janing playing with 3 fouls. Erin Blafis, I believe, picked up 3 fouls as well. Jonica Bernardes playing with 2. Sydney Roberts with 2. Parker didn't get 2. You know,
Piper Janing.
Oh, I think I hit her. I got her first. Yeah, but she had 3. But I think we got everybody. Oh, my apologies. Mariah Coltis had 2 at least. Potentially 3. It's hard to keep track. But the good news for the Cowgirls, all the free throws that it turned into did not really hurt them too much because they gave up 23 free throws. And only 8 of them went down.
Wow.
Hawley's still looking for their first 2-for-2 trip of the game. And so Breckenridge kind of getting lucky in that sense. But the Cowgirls haven't been getting the line quite as much. I got them down for, I want to say, my apologies, folks. I got them for about 11 free throws at this point. So not as many girls fighting foul trouble here. McKenna Walker does have 3 fouls, so keep an eye on that for the Hawley Nuggets. Breckenridge opened up this game with a 10-1 run. And then Hawley kind of took control of the ball game. At one point built a 5-point lead, but now leading by 3 at the half, thanks to an Ava Janing drive and lay-in right before the halftime, which was a really nice heads-up play. Let's shout out that one really quick here because we were both thinking the same thing. I think everyone in the gym thought that they were going to go to Parker Yagi off the inbound and get it right back to her, but Ava Janing knew that nobody was going to be coming over. They were all focused on her and took it inside herself, too.
Yeah, Yagi gave it to Janning right in front of the Cowgirls bench in the backcourt. Janning took it up. Yagi right in her left pocket, and the one defender just kind of had to sag off a little bit, opened a very small window, and Janning going to her left hand. We saw several nice left-handed layups. All started off with Parker. Sydney Roberts had a nice one, and Ava Janing, too. But the story for me in the first half is just the tendency to let the 3 fly, and on the season, that's been the Cowgirls' MO. 6.5 makes per game, 23 attempts, so they're only shooting 28% from 3. I know the analytics tell you a 3 is worth more than 2, and the more 3s you get up, the quicker, the more possessions you get, but at some point, you got to start knocking them down. They're shooting 47% from inside the arc, but 40% overall, so that 3-point percentage is just dragging the offense down, and for a team that shoots nearly 70% from the free throw line, at some point you got to punt, you know, to use a football reference, and hopefully in the second half they can make some adjustments because settling for 3s is just not going to get it done against this Hawley defense.
Yeah, and as someone who slanders mid-range shooters all the time, I'll settle for a dribble pull-up in the mid-range if it's going to give you a better shot of making it. Because yeah, that, like you said, the analytics, they tell you if you get to the rim or if you shoot a 3, you know it's all going to even out to about the same. Whereas mid-range jumpers, you shoot about the same percentage as you do from 3, but obviously fewer points. So it's almost like, what are you even doing with them? But we've seen the Cowgirls have some success there. Maybe not tonight with really any of the jumpers. Parker Yagi, I think, has the lone triple for this squad. So we don't have the numbers on how many 3s they shot, but we can tell you it felt like they shot a lot of them, and they only had one, so it's going to be a really tough percentage. But
yeah, you look at the overall numbers. They're going 3 for 12 in the first half on average from 3, and 3 for 10 in the second half. So I mean, it's at this point we got a large sample size, and when you got some slashers in there like Roberts, Yagi, and Ava Janning, hopefully they just go back to their bread and butter and just get in the paint and get Hawley into foul trouble. Let's return the favor here in the second half.
Oh, we got to shout out Piper too, the Euro Queen.
Oh yeah,
well, gotta love all those Euros. But Parker Yagi doing a bulk of her damage.
Well-traveled Piper Janning.
Yeah, for sure. And we got Parker Yagi getting to the rack for most of her points. Once again, the record-setting one was a layup that she got fouled on, and she's made 3 free throws out of her 4 tries. Knocked down a triple as well. And then her 5 makes, I believe, are all coming right at the rim. I don't think we got any mid-range jumpers. We've seen her put up
that three-pointer. One more time on the screen, we got the all-time scoring list. You can go ahead and slide Parker Yagi up above Denise Fries. 44 years in the making, Parker Yagi, your new scoring queen for the Breckenridge Cowgirls.
And we are underway for the second half, wrapping up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Breckenridge going to go out with their same starting 5. Once again, Aaron Blofis and Piper Janning both playing with a pair of 3 fouls. So we'll see if they're going to take that into account, as Parker Yagi doing a good job getting a hand on that to tip it, disrupt the Hawley defense. They're going to have to reset up the offense. And Aaron Blofis is going to pick up a foul right off the bat here for foul number 4. 25 seconds into the second half, and head coach Tony Bogenreef can't even help but smile.
He's having a little back and forth there with the head coach of Hawley, and you got to love that.
Yeah, like we said in the pregame show, head coach Jed Carlson and Tony Bogenreef used to coach together here at Hawley. Coach Bogenreef did his little stint here, as we got an inside pull-up from Rustad, and then she ends up flying to the floor, but Veteran follows it for the first points of the second half. 35-30 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls go Jonica Bernades. Parker Yagi gets it near the top of the key. Little pass fake, looking to attack. Goes with a left-handed layup, and she says too easy with the layup. Parker Yagi with 20 points already. We're only 1 minute into the second half. And a drive inside. Mariah Coltis with the contest and the rebound. Piper Janning goes to that left-handed layup off the mark. Mariah Coltis with another rebound and one!
Number 22, Mariah Coltis.
And Mariah Coltis into the scoring column. You saw one of the Hawley players looking for an over and back on that one. No, that's just straight length, young lady. That is Mariah Coltis snagging it, keeping it high, laying it in with the contact. Not a bad way to get into the scoring column. Could potentially tie the ball game here. Off the back iron for Coltis.
And again, on the left side of the basket, Hawley has absolutely taken away the right side. I think we've only seen maybe 1 or 2 layups on the right side of the basket this entire game for Breckenridge.
16:37 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breck down by 1. And a drive inside, and a couple Cowgirls trying to get their hand in the cookie jar. Ends up getting stripped and out of bounds off of the Cowgirls. And by the way, Mariah Coltis had checked in for Aaron Blofis. If you just joined and missed it a minute ago, Aaron Blofis picked up foul number 4. And I do not know how many Coltis is playing with, because they haven't updated the scoreboard yet. I don't think they were expecting to have to do that early, but we got an inbound play that set them up perfectly for a 2 inside for Sandvik. She's the leading scorer for Hawley with 11 at this point. 37-34 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi continues to drive inside. This time she has her shot blocked. Yeah, one of the few right-handed layup attempts we've seen. They must have heard you. They said, let's get to the cup on the right side here.
Yeah, really an anomaly. You know, there just has been nothing open on the right side of the court for Breckenridge.
Parker Yagi driving baseline is going to look to go to the reverse layup, and we got a charge instead.
She's in the center of the restricted area, and Coach Bogenreef is going to have a valid gripe here. The non-primary defender in the middle of the restricted area, that's an automatic block.
Tough to see.
Per high school rules. And he's going to get a warning from it. So for you folks that aren't sure, she's in the middle of that semi-circle arc underneath the hoop. And that's going to be a charge on Breckenridge. That is, again, this isn't an admonishment of the officiating crew, but that is the incorrect call. So Tony Bogenreef letting him know, and Tony Bogenreef getting a warning in return.
And Robert Wanek is an official as well. Parker Yagi gets a steal right after the turnover, and the layup as well. Parker Yagi, safe to say that lit a fire under her back-to-back buckets, and now we got a foul on Sydney Roberts right in front of the Breckenridge bench.
Breckenridge foul number 0, Sydney Roberts, her third.
Head coach Tony Bogenreef said, I just got a warning, so you're not going to see me really go to bat for you right now. I'm going to have to go sit this one out. 37-36 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Breckenridge going to the press once again. They got 3 team fouls to start this off, and Sydney Roberts tries to tie it up. We got a travel call.
Traveling violation. It'll be Breckenridge basketball.
Breckenridge down by 1. 15:47 left to go. And we got a timeout taken by head coach Jed Carlson for the Hawley Nuggets. We'll take one with him. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. We'll return after this high camp construction timeout.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton.
All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge, still, it's a full timeout, so they're still in the timeout, but this timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction, by the way. But Breckenridge, luckily just got a warning on that one, not straight to the technical, but head coach Tony Bogenreef received a warning just a little bit ago as Parker Yagi picked up the foul down low. Only her second, so you guys got to keep that in mind. When everyone's in foul trouble, it seems like the end of the world when someone picks up a foul, but only the second on Yagi, who's at 22 points.
Yeah, that's a no parking zone there, right underneath the cylinder.
Pun
Gotta
intended.
get out of there. Gotta get out of there if you're the defender.
It's a no Parker zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ava Janning crosses the timeline. She's met by a trap, gets it over to Sydney Roberts near the half-court circle. A really nice swing over to Jonica Bernadez, but she launches it a little too far, out of bounds. And out of bounds off the Cowgirls. I was going to say Parker Yagi was the last one to touch that one. And Hawley breaks the press. Driving inside, Mariah Coltis was contesting, but a very nice floater by Vetter. Drops it in for the 3-point lead. 3 different Nuggets have scored so far to open up this game, or open up the second half. Parker Yagi sitting on 4 points at this 15:09 mark. She'll drive inside looking for some more, but misses the layup, rebounded by the Nuggets.
That's the thing for these Breckenridge posts, playing with multiple fouls, is they're going to have to kind of play with their hands behind their back. You saw Coltis take a attempt at blocking that shot.
Yep. Parker Yagi is going to pick up the foul on the full court now. She was diving for the loose ball, but when you take out someone's legs, you know, sometimes they're just going to have to, you kind of tie their hands.
3 on Yagi now.
Hawley Nuggets breaking the press. Sydney Roberts riding her up, and Mariah Coltis able to stay strong and force the turnover, picks up the steal. Ava Janning now with the ball, who just recently checked in the game. A beautiful drop off the Yagi, but isn't able to finish the layup. 14:44 left to play, 3-point ball game as Sydney Roberts ends up contesting the shot down low, and off the miss, Vetter is able to get right back to her.
Looked
5-point lead.
Roberts may have gotten away with a little bit of flop there, and then she had to pay for it. That left Hawley wide open.
Back-to-back buckets for the Nuggets. 41-36 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And now a turnover by the Cowgirls.
For the Cowgirls, number 1, Anna Spear.
Anna Spear trying to give her squad some offense. Piper Janning back into the ball game as well. Once again, Aaron Blothis on the bench with 4 fouls. Parker Yagi will get a very brief break. I'd be surprised if it was longer than a minute. That's how it goes sometimes. Jonica Bernadez pressing along with Piper Janning. Anna Spear trying to help out. Hawley Nuggets break the press. Mariah Colt is there to back it all up, though. Ava Janning with the board and then gets fouled. Talk about a lackluster reward for breaking a press. You're lucky enough to get by all of these defenders, and you got Mariah Coltis waiting for you. Oh, boy. That just has to leave you so much at ease on the perimeter. Kind of like Rudy Gobert, you know, when he's having a Defensive Player of the Year season for the Wolves, then everybody can kind of just do what they want on the perimeter and play as aggressive as they want. As Piper Janning is going to put up a 3 from the right side, looking for her first points of the game, rebounded by Jonica Bernadez off the miss.
That's the luxury of having
And we got a foul on Mariah Coltis now.
Looks like it's going to be a moving screen on Coltis, and I was going to say that is the luxury of having a player like Coltis. Even when she's in foul trouble, she can still alter shots. She's just got to kind of be in the neighborhood with her length.
Yeah, I always say the word should always be disrupt, 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 disrupt. I think I went on a tangent about that last broadcast, so I'm gonna cool it today. Hawley will bring it up with Addison Sandvik. Sandvik with Anna Spear guarding. Spear. And drive inside. Layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Piper Janing. He's having a quiet night so far. And Piper Janing gets trapped, and they're going to get a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back after that Heitkamp Construction timeout. We got a 41-36 ball game. Cowgirls swinging over to Anna Spear in the right corner. Spear swings it to Ava Janing, over to Jonica Bernadez. Bernadez looking for her first points of the game. Piper Janing, pass fake over to Ava Janing on the right wing. Cowgirls having trouble against this zone. They go inside to Piper Janing, who steps between a pair of defenders, and one! This and one free throw trip brought to you by Nodak Insurance agent Carson Zarek, your agent with answers. That is foul number 3 on Izzy Johnson.
Now Piper Janing pulling out her passport again, trying to stamp it here with a free throw on top of that nice layup.
Free throw is up, and nothing but net. 41-39 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Closest that Breckenridge has been since the first half. Hit the half trailing by 3, if I remember correctly.
Hawley. Jonica Bernadez doing a good job not taking the bait and picking up a foul there. Kicked out to the right corner. Swung around to Ingrid Rustad, who's looking to go inside, and Ryan Coltis showing off that length. And then is stepping up to force the kick out. And a tough floater from Rustad is good.
A laser off the window, dead center.
11 points for Ingrid Rustad. 12:50 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Spear with the ball. She gets it to Mariah Coltis. Coltis tried dropping it into Piper Janing, but the pass was tipped. And here comes Parker Yagi. Ended up being a longer break on the bench than I expected. Might have been a whopping 2 minutes of game time.
This is why I love the shot clock, Turner. You would typically see a team kind of sit on the basketball here, up by 4 with a dozen minutes left, and now you can't do that.
God's gift to Minnesota basketball, the shot clock. Ava Janing, pass fake.
We're not going to give the high school league credit for that one.
No, never. Mariah Coltis with the follow and is not able to finish the layup.
Oh,
good effort by her. Now she's going to pick up the foul as well, and she's banged up.
She's got 4 fouls, so that's both of Breckenridge's post players, Bloffus and Coltis, with 4 fouls.
It looks like the Cowgirls are going to be forced to go small ball.
And that's 6 team fouls on Breckenridge as well, too. So,
well, for all the people who really like guard play, get your popcorn ready. We got Piper Janing on the floor, Jonica Bernadez, Sydney Roberts, Ava Janing, and Parker Yagi. You know, Cowgirls might end up finding a lineup they really like here. You never know. It's good to play a variety of different ways, but Hawley kick it out to the corner. 3-pointer is up, and nothing but net. Selma Fleming with the triple.
Largest lead of the game for Hawley, 46-39 on your CFI scoreboard.
Over to Sydney Roberts on the left wing. She pulls the trigger, stops bleeding, and she answers the 3. Cuts the lead to 4. And just like that, we got a over and back.
That's one we'll have to check out on the video stream later to see if she had the basketball and both feet across the line. It's kind of you have to have all 3 points across. Mighty close there. I think they might have gotten it right, though.
I'm getting some wild deja vu here of Breckenridge fans not being super thrilled with the officiating in Hawley. You remember a certain game where that happened at one point? No? You don't remember? Oh, come on now.
I have selective memory, Turner.
I get it. 46-42. Breckenridge up on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi kicks out David Janing, who's going to line up the best look she's gotten from 3 all night, and she drills it. 46-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls getting some momentum. 3-on-1 opportunity, though, and Hawley makes Breckenridge pay. And lead is back up to 3 points. 11:34 left to go. We got another timeout. This time I was taken by Hawley. We'll take one with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And welcome back. I've got Highcamp Construction timeout. Breckenridge Cowgirls trailing 48-45. Jumped out to a 10-1 lead in this ball game, and then once they fell behind, they kind of just been playing from behind the rest of the way. Ava Janing breaks the press. Parker Yagi with the heads-up play down to Sydney Roberts for the layup. Sydney Roberts. She's got 6 points.
In the last
9 points. Apologies, missed that 3.
Another over and back there.
And second one back-to-back.
McKenna Walker just doesn't quite get established receiving that pass, and that's going to be over and back. And Breckenridge has cut a 7-point lead to 1 in the last 90 seconds.
48-47, 11-17 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing with the ball. Swings it over to Jonica Bernades. Bernades still scoreless in this ball game. Couple defenders there. Ava Janing skips it over to Sydney Roberts on the left side. Roberts, double teams coming. That trap has been deadly for Hawley. Trying to go to Jonica Bernades, almost stolen away, but Bernades is able to fight for it and draws the foul. Just keep swinging those elbows. Something good's going to happen. 48-47 on your Carlson Family Insurance score once again.
Credit Breckenridge for not letting the home team pull away here, and if Breckenridge can regain the lead, that is going to be huge as Janing fires a 3 from the baseline.
And knocks it down!
Back-to-back threes for Ava Janing here in the second half.
Catch and fire. Gives her squad the lead 48-50 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 10:45 left to go, and Hawley looking to tie it right back up. Katie Vetter with the layup.
One-on-one.
Piper Janing driving inside. A lot of contact and one! Piper Janing looking for her second and one of the second half. This and one free throw opportunity once again brought to you by Nodak Insurance agent Carson Zarek, your agent with answers. Piper Janing has answers for this press. Get down there and get a layup.
That's going to be 4 fouls there. McKenna Walker, who had a double-double in the last meeting between these teams. We had a little one-on-one open court matchup there, guard versus post. Piper Janing is going to win that one 10 out of 10, takes it to the rack.
Janing was able to complete the last old-fashioned three-point play. We'll miss this one. Jonica Bernard is trying to get the rebound, but no luck. 52-50 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge with the lead. Janing girls coming alive here in the second half. Sydney Roberts applying the pressure on Rustad. Rustad got away with a little push out there, but still turned it over. Piper Janing with the steal. Looking for her sister Ava on the left, but instead has it stolen away by Katie Vetter. Vetter feeds it up to Ingrid Rustad. 1-on-2, but she's going to take it anyways. And what a take right there by Parker Yagi.
Bulldog mentality, 3 fouls for Parker Yagi. She's the all-time leading scorer now, but she plays a little bit of defense too.
You know, they had the one charge that got called on her, so even though that was a clean charge take, you knew that they weren't going to, go the other way on that after the one they already called. But Jonica Bernades now gets a foul on the full court. Ingrid Rustad picking it up, and we're into the bonus.
Yeah, so Breckenridge suddenly with an advantage in fouls 7-6. And how about Jonica Bernades strengthened the trap? She was able to hang on to that basketball on this end of the court, and that one about 80 feet from the basket, able to split the double team and draw the foul.
10:01 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and I'm telling you, man, this 5-guard lineup, you want to watch out.
I think you were saying in the season opener, she's put on some strength in the offseason, and she's showing it off tonight.
Bernadez, this is the free throw. Still, once again, scoreless at this point in the ball game.
It's this basket. I don't think the rim's regulation on this side.
It's tilted. As Jonica Bernadez gets right into the passing lane to tie it up, or gets right into the dribbler's grill to tie it up for a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Cowgirls. You know, if Huddle keeps track of that, who ties up jump balls, that should be something they keep track of.
Yeah, they should. They really should, because Julia Lopez-Lee at Wapton would have the world record.
On a spear with the ball on the right wing.
Talk about a specialty player. That's all she does.
Swings over to the right corner. Ava Janning misses the triple. And Anna Spear and Parker Yeager will both find Martin. What a Euro from Ava Janning!
Hip fire. She Euros into the lane. Little hip fire layup. Finger roll off the glass.
Ava Janning with a very strong second half here. And now we got a body foul on Jonica Bernadez.
Personal foul, Breckenridge number 2.
I got
that is her third.
I got Ava Janning for I want to say 8 points so far.
Coach Tony Bogenreef telling his girls, remember that song at halftime by MC Hammer, Can't Touch This? Lay off a little bit on defense.
Free throws up and good. And I'm sure that's what head coach Jed Carlson was talking about in the locker room was, let's try to improve on the free throws a little bit here in the next half. But this is actually their first trip to the line for the second half.
Here comes Blofus into the lineup with 4 fouls. Parker Yeager to the bench.
Folks, as Rustad 1 for 2. Nuggets still look for their, and almost got it right there, but instead, Veteran is going to get the putback. As you can tell, Blofus was doing her best not to pick up a foul on that play.
Might have got cut a break on that one.
Yeah, a little bit on the wrist there. Ava Janning with the ball over to Anna Spear on the left wing. Anna Spear knocks down a triple. Not a bad way to get into the scoring column. 57-53 Cowgirl lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Check that weather report, folks. It's been a blizzard of Breckenridge threes here in the second half. Largest lead of the second half here, Turner.
4-point lead for the Cowgirls. Ava Janning making the dribbler uncomfortable with her pressure. And there is going to be foul number 5 on Aaron Blofus. And Parker Yeager going to have to check into the ball game.
Breckenridge foul number 24.
And so she'll foul out with 8:48 left to go. And Mariah Coltis looks like she's going to be okay to go back in the ball game. Blofus will be calling it a night.
And I know it's not much consolation, but I got to look back. She had 4 points in the first couple minutes of the first half, and with Breckenridge up by 4 now, it was a nice start to the game for Aaron tonight.
For sure. So we'll hang it up for the night, and first free throw is good. As maybe this will be the 2-for-2 trip, the mythical 2-for-2 trip we've been talking about for the Nuggets.
That's a dozen points.
And another 1-for-2 trip.
Dozen points for Sandvik tonight.
And Anna Spear just got her first points in the ball game, has it on the right side, drops into Ava Janning with a nice little shot fake and go. Janning misses the left-handed layup. Jonica Bernadez got the follow and then missed it, but we got an injury, and they're going to call it there, which usually don't always see when it's the other team's got the ball. But
I think she might be okay. Turner looked like she might have just hit the ground hard. You know, when you hit the ground, you land on your back. Sometimes you just get the wind knocked out of you, so let's hope that's the case here.
And while they check on Jonica Bernadez, we'll take a very quick break. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM. Breckenridge up 57-54 when we get back. 8:32 left to go.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
You know, there's a lot of talk about assisted living facilities in the area, but at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge, the story really is different. Let me tell you about it. The story at Twin Town Villa is caring eyes looking after the people you love. It's a collection of ears listening to what their residents need. It's the gentle, compassionate action that takes care of those needs. It's real connection that assures you that your family members are never alone. That's just part of the story. Take a tour and see for yourself. Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge.
How often should I review my homeowner's policy?
Hi, I'm Carson Zark with Nodak Insurance Company. Most people purchase a policy when they buy a home and rarely think of it again. The problem is, your home appreciates over time. The value also increases as you make improvements. With this in mind, it's a good idea to review annually so you have the coverage you need if something happens to your home.
Get answers to all your insurance questions from Carson Zark, one of the agents with answers from Nodak Insurance Company.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back. And Jonica Bernada has had to lead the game with an injury, so hopefully she's going to be all right as Hawley comes back to cut the lead to 1. Sandvik with the layup. She's up to 14 points to lead the Nuggets.
And Bernada's able to walk off the court under her own power, trainer step by step with her, so hopefully she's all right.
And Breckenridge answering with a short bucket from Sydney Roberts. She's into double figures with 11, having a very nice second half here with 7 of her 11. 59-56 Cowgirl lead. Breckenridge trying to hunker down on defense as Ingrid Russat loses her dribble, trying to get by Ava Janing. Ava Janing almost ran right into a ball screen. Piper Janing will switch on to Rustad. Rustad goes into Veteran. Now over to the left wing. And thrown out of bounds.
Last touch by the Nuggets. It'll be Breckenridge basketball.
So Nuggets end up throwing it out of bounds. 3-point game with 7:35 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
And Anna Spear, who hit a big 3 in the second half already, she'll get some extended run here down the stretch. Keep an eye on her.
Parker Yagi feeds it up to Anna Spear, who drops it off to Sydney Roberts. Perfect time. 5-point lead for the Cowgirls. Back-to-back buckets from Roberts.
Right on cue, Anna Spear making a difference.
Ooh, and then second charge take from Parker Yagi. That looked just as painful as the last one. 5-point lead for the Cowgirls. Fourth foul on Ingrid Rustad as well, so a massive charge.
Might have looked painful, Turner, but we got to remember she is the strongest girl on the floor. So
yeah, that is true.
I think the only game where she's going to have to cede that is when they played Wahpeton, and Scout Woods maybe had the upper hand there. But otherwise, Yagi is pretty stout and strong on both sides of the basketball.
Yagi inbounding to Ava Janing. Janing up to Anna Spear on the left wing. Spear to Piper Janing near the top of the key. She swings it to Parker Yagi. Sydney Roberts, oh, what a step through, and is not able to drop it in, but that footwork gets a 10 out of 10 for me, but
back to the basket.
Playing small ball once again, no guard or no posts out there. Maybe Sydney Roberts is playing her true position as Ava Janing gets the rebound and is off and running. And a layup is off the mark from Piper Janing, but she's able to grab it, but they're going to say she was still out of bounds when she tracked it down. Must have still had a foot on the line.
It's always so tough to tell if a player has reestablished both feet in bounds. It's a bang-bang play, and the ref right on top of it there.
6:41 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge up 61-56.
Good
They
job
cut
by
off the
Spear.
dribble. Yeah, that was nice help. Kicked out to the right side. Now skipped over to the left wing to Katie Vetter. Vetter steps through and goes up for the layup off the mark. Rebounded by Sydney Roberts. Roberts taking over this second half. I thought we were going to get a heat-check three from her. Instead, she's going to pass over to Yagi and get it right back to her off the mark. And out of bounds, they're going to say it was off of the Nuggets. Piper Janing doing her job to, make that difficult for the Nuggets and put them in a situation where they tip that out of bounds. Excuse me.
Talk about the small ball lineup. Hawley getting inside, nowhere to go, flipping up some awkward shots, and so far so good for Breckenridge.
They're holding their own, that's for sure. 61-56 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Spear is going to pull the trigger on a three off the mark. And love the aggressiveness, but off the mark. 6:02 left to play. 61-56 Cowgirl lead on the Nuggets.
You know a shooter is seeing it good when the shots are either short or long and not left or right, and that one just a bit long from Spear.
Nuggets going to try to get a three of their own. Off the mark, rebounded by Parker Yagi. That's the next school record she's going to be knocking on the door of. She's got 8 rebounds. Only needs 10 more in the next 5:42. So we might not be seeing that tonight. But
Double-double territory.
Anna Spear over to Piper Janing, who's going to let it rip from three. Nothing but net. Had a hand in her face, and she said, that's all right by me. I'm knocking this down. She's got 8 points.
Cowgirls coming for my job after I criticized all that three-point shooting at half.
And Hawley answers to stop the bleeding as they trailed by 6. Walker playing with 4 fouls. Anna Spear kicks it out to Sydney Roberts. 64-58 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Breckenridge misses this one, and Katie Vetter off and running. Has one-on-one with Ava Janing. Janing doing a great job staying straight up, and what a make from Vetter. Very awkward shot, but got it to fall.
Nearly a travel. She almost landed on her rear end on the hardwood, but she was able to flip it up with 2 hands and in.
Cuts the lead to 4, 64-60 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Spear to Sydney Roberts on the right wing. Roberts might be attacking the center here. That's a nice thing about a small ball lineup is you can do that. Attacks. Sydney Roberts having a half to remember. 66-60 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
66-64 after your Highcamp Construction timeout. Katie Vetter bringing it up for the Nuggets. And the Cowgirls having a heck of a second half, but that is going to be a foul on Mariah Coltis, and I believe that is her 5th. So Anna Spear will check in. We're going back to the small ball.
It's going to be a 5-out lineup for the Cowgirls.
But did you just see how Sydney Roberts attacked that mismatch, though? That was awesome.
That was excellent. Nobody wanted to step in her way.
And free throw is good. Are they actually saying that was on Piper Janing? So Cowgirls dodge a bullet there, even though not ideal to have her with 4 fouls either. But when you compare the options, 66-61 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2-for-2 trip. There it is. First 2-for-2 trip for the Nuggets. And it comes with 4:15 left to go, or a little over that, I should say. 4-point game, 66-62. Cowgirls with Parker Yagi over to Anna Spear on the right wing. Spear swings it to Ava Janing. Janing over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts drops it into Mariah Coltis. Coltis with a beautiful drop off to Sydney Roberts, and she lays it in for the right-handed layup. Sydney Roberts, that dog mentality, up to 17 points.
This is what we saw in the section playoffs last year with 31 against Hancock.
And now we're going to get an offensive foul.
Look at that. Anticipation building. The referee takes her time, thinks about it. Probably trying to glean if the defender was in the restricted area, but she goes with a charge, and it's going to get two very different reactions from the benches here.
68-62 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Jonica Bernardes is returning to the bench. Hopefully that means she's going to be all right, but
I can tell what call you were going with there, but I won't let the viewers or the listeners in on it.
Sydney Roberts has it on the left wing. Her squad is up by 6 with 3:25 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janning to Anna Spear, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Parker Yegu, who's gone a little quiet here, but that's because everyone else has kind of gotten going. Anna Spear tries to let a 3 rip, and Mariah Coltis comes up with the board, but it gets tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrows with Hawley.
And Spear getting some good looks from 3. Breckenridge really one Spear triple away from maybe putting this one out of reach. And I'm going to go back on what I said at halftime. Just let them fly at this point. Knocking them down in the second half. Go to the hot hand. I will gladly be proved wrong if Breckenridge can keep on fire from outside.
Just over 3 minutes left to play. Breckenridge trying to hold on to split the season series with the Nuggets as Ava Janning picks the pocket for a steal. Gets it over to Mariah Coltis, who drops it off to Parker Yagi. Yagi will bring it up over to Ava Janning. Sydney Roberts has it on the right wing, going inside to Coltis. Coltis tried to hand it off to Roberts. Ava Janning drives inside, ends up having it stripped. So a steal for a steal. Hawley with the 2-on-1, and then bull rushed into Sydney Roberts, but they're going to call a blocking foul. If that's Colin Roberts, that's a charge every time. I'm telling you. I'm just kidding. But
all right, a charge, and he initiated the contact if it's Colin.
Sydney Roberts with foul number 4. She's got 17 points, so they don't want to miss. They don't want to lose her for this last 2.5 minutes if they can avoid that. And this is who Hawley wants at the line. And that's Addison Sandvik, who is the only one who's had a 2-for-2 trip so far.
17 points, leads the Nuggets, and these last 2 minutes and 39 seconds could be an eternity with both teams in the bonus.
If she knocks down this free throw, she can match her first half point total for an even 18. Cuts the lead to 5, 68-63 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Free throw is up and leaves it short, and Parker Yagi almost had the rebound, but loose ball. Ava Janning's the one who comes up with it. Breckenridge over to the left wing to Sydney Roberts. She attacks the closeout, goes inside, kicks it out to Ava Janning. Janning goes inside to Mariah Coltis into the elbow area. Piper Janning dribbles over to the right side, gets a ball screen from Coltis. They look to go inside and stolen away. Hawley out and running. Get over to Fleming. Fleming drives inside. A little bit of contact on that one from Coltis, but no call. Coltis with the board. It's been fantastic on the glass tonight. Sydney Roberts was looking for Yagi in the corner, but ended up throwing it right to a Hawley player. 68-63. Cowgirls in the lead. Just under 2 minutes left to go. Fleming with the ball. Nice little mid-range pull-up, and she drops it in for 2. 68-65 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Head coach Tony Bogenreef will take a timeout for the Cowgirls. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the i3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
$68-65, your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge Cowgirls in the lead with 1:52 left to go. Ava Janning gets the ball off the inbound. Hawley comes right with that trap. She gets it to Parker Yagi. Yagi has a couple defenders on her, and head coach Tony Bogenreef is going to take a timeout.
And a key thing to look at here, Turner, as we go to this timeout is back-to-back possessions. Ava Janning was able to dive on the floor and get the ball back to Breckenridge in a loose ball situation, and Breckenridge unable to score on both of those possessions, and now their lead trimmed to just 3 with 75 seconds to play.
Yeah, they had it up to 6 at one point, I believe, was their biggest deficit that they, or no, 8 points. They were up 64-56 at one point.
We had back-to-back Yagi charges, back-to-back loose balls corralled by Janning, and no points to show for it. So Breckenridge this is going to be a crucial possession here. They still got to get it across half court, so they buy themselves 10 seconds with the timeout, but Hawley's definitely going to have to press on.
And both teams in the double bonus. Make sure to also keep that in mind, everybody. And then a lot of girls playing with 4 fouls. We got Piper Janning with 4 fouls, Sydney Roberts with 4 fouls, Mariah Coltis with 4 fouls. And then on the Hawley side, got a couple girls too with McKenna Walker and Ingrid Rustad. So a lot of big names there. Erin Blofis is fouled out of the ball game. It's kind of surprising at this point that there's only been one girl to foul out, actually. But
what a team game, though. If we look at the scoring numbers, we'll get to those after the game. I mean, it's scattered across the board for both teams. Just an exciting back-and-forth game tonight in Hawley.
And for everybody who are just joining the broadcast, you can go back to the first half. About the 7-minute mark, you can see Parker Yagi set the all-time scoring record. And Hawley not going to press here.
All right.
Interesting. They're going to hold the half-court trap. Parker Yagi with the ball near the right sideline. Over to Ava Janning in the half-court circle. Janning, a couple defenders come her way. Sydney Roberts has it. And they're going to call a foul. 2 free throws coming for Sydney Roberts. And when it comes to someone just having ice in their veins at the stripe, this is probably a good person to pick.
5-sport athlete, basketball, swimming, softball. What am I missing here? Volleyball.
There you go.
The sport she's playing college in. Absolute gamer.
4 fouls on Addison Sandvik as the first free throw is off the mark for Roberts, who's trying to make this a 4-point game.
Two-way players like Roberts, obviously tired at this point of the game.
Roberts' next free throw off the back iron, but she's going to get her own rebound tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow is with the Cowgirls as well. So look at me with the announcer, Jinx. Talking about that's your ideal person to have at the stripe, and then she misses both of them. But ideal person to track down the rebound, though.
An extra possession is huge, though, because Breckenridge can whittle some time off this clock.
They get it into Roberts, 20 seconds on the shot clock. She dribbles it into the arc, picks up her dribble, kicks out to Ava Janning. 12 seconds on the shot clock as Parker Yagi, who's been quiet in the second half in the closing part, misses the layup, and Mariah Coltis comes up with the rebound and tied up for a jump ball.
Hawley with a chance to tie here.
Hawley gets the possession off the jump ball. 1:17 left to go. They cross the timeline. Parker Yagi picking up. They drop it off for a mid-range jumper, and off the mark, rebounded by Piper Janning. Janning right away is off and running. Crosses the timeline. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:02 left on the game clock, and what a euro from Parker Yagi on her historic night. She's got 24. Hawley trying to answer with a nice kick out to the right corner. Swung around the perimeter. They got someone who's want to pull an NBA range three and knocks it down. McKenna Walker. Her 3rd triple of the game. She's got 11. Parker Yagi dribbles past a couple defenders. One person was trying to swipe it. Gets it out to Piper Janning.
The post player steps outside for a 3.
6 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 22 seconds left to go on the shot clock, and Ava Janning's going to get fouled. So Ava Janning will have a chance to stretch this to 4 if she can knock them both down. 70-68 once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Kind of one of those things where you're in a time crunch and somebody's got to shoot it. She ended up with the basketball in her hands, and she just threw it up there even though she's not a go-to shooter.
Ava Janning knocks down the first free throw to stretch it to 3. Going to try to make it a 2-possession game pending a 4-point play. Janning's free throw. 2-for-2 trip from the 8th grader. We'll go back to the ice in her veins. 23 seconds left in the ball game, and Hawley almost turns it over right by their sideline. They throw it to keep it in, and this time they do turn it over. Sydney Roberts comes up with a steal.
Parker Yagi tightrope in the sideline there to tip it in bounds.
And now look who they foul. The person who just knocked down 2 free throws, Ava Janning, heading to stripe to put this one away.
You can measure all the points, all the counting stats in the world for Parker Yagi, but you can't measure the intangibles. and she was just waiting for Hawley to try to save that one in bounds. What a big play by Parker Yagi.
Yeah, it was a sideline-to-sideline pass. They were trying to keep it in bounds as Ava Janing has the first one go off the back iron.
You know what they say, see ball, see man. Yagi all the way across the court, keeping an eye on that pass, so savvy.
4-point lead with 14 and a half left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing's free throw is up and good. The 8th grader buries 3 out of her 4 free throws in this closing minute. Breckenridge up by 5. 8 seconds left. Swung around, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Pull-up jumper, mid-range off the mark, and head coach Chad Carlson was looking for a timeout. Not going to get it. Cowgirls take the 73-68 victory. What an HOL battle. And would you believe it, folks? We got another game right after this. We'll tell you more about this one when we dive into the Miller Realty post-game show. We got a new all-time leading scorer, and we got another Breckenridge victory, 73-68 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You've been listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. And, wow, what a fun game. 71-68, or was it 73 or 71? My apologies.
I believe it was a 5-point game. Ava Janning, a couple free throws at the end here. We're going to be actually joined by Parker Yagi shortly. I'm not sure she's going to stop. She's going to stop and visit a ton of her fans, I'm assuming, as she kind of makes her way over here. I'll take a back seat for Parker Yagi. That's an easy choice here for the listeners.
We'll try to hop her on once she's done talking to the fan club, of course. But looks like she's ready to hop on. Parker Yagi, the school's all-time leading scorer now. And we'll wait till she hops on after a fantastic 24-point performance. Parker Yagi, making history. Tell me a little bit about it. What was going through your mind when it finally happened, when you got to drop that layup in?
Well, yeah, I really didn't think about it because I was like, this is going to be a hard game. I have to play all I got, and I can't hardly miss because we were a little off tonight. They were shooting. They were making everything. Like, that's the best we've ever seen them play. So I was like, I need to get this bucket and be strong.
Yeah, it seems like both times you guys have matched up with them, they've really brought an extra gear to match up with you guys. So definitely one that you guys had circled on the calendar coming back for this one. How fun was it to do it in a game like this as well?
Yeah, it was really fun. The atmosphere in here feels like a playoff game, and there's a lot of people here tonight, so I'm glad we come out and get the dub.
Yeah, for sure. And just tell me about, is this something that you pictured for yourself when you got called up to varsity when you were a 7th grader, as something that you could maybe be the all-time leading scorer for this, and setting it as a junior nonetheless?
I know. Honestly, I had no idea. Like, I've never even thought about becoming a leading all-time scorer, and I didn't even find out till like last week that I was 14 points away, and I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't know how many points I was at. I never saw this coming ever.
And talk about how fun it was to be able to get it in a win as well, because I know that it would be a completely different feeling if you were having to take a record home, but at the same time also a loss. I'm sure that would just kind of spoiled the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a team sport. It doesn't really matter how many points I've scored, but we got to go out there, and it's all about the big number on the board.
Yeah, for sure. And then a little bit about, the teammates as well that were getting involved, because you could definitely tell that they were like, we're getting Parker this record tonight. How fun was that to have everybody rooting for you?
Yeah, it was really fun. I wouldn't want to do that to any other team. We're the least selfish team I've ever played with. We're out there. If someone's hot, we're getting it to them no matter who it is.
Yeah, we're really commending you for just being a player who just plays within the system and isn't looking for shots all the time. We'll take over a game if you need to, for sure. But how fun was it to be able to come out and just be so aggressive right out the bat? I mean, 18 points and a half. That might be a new career high for a half for you. Oh, no, you had 23 against last time we played them. Oh, what am I talking about? But just tell me a little bit about how you came out in this game and what the mentality was.
Yeah, well, there's high stakes to this game. At this point, teams are losing in the HOL, so it's like we determine where we're going to end up in the HOL. So we had to come out tonight, and we knew it was going to be a dog battle out there. We just had to fight as hard as we could. Running low with our post, we had to play like bigger than our size.
All right, and any closing thoughts before you head home and celebrate, hopefully?
No, thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for making history while I'm here. Parker, we'd be having a long conversation if you fell short of it. I mean, what are we doing here? Now I got to make sure I get to the next one, too.
Well, I'm glad I made it worth it.
Oh, thank you so much, Parker, for hopping on, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Parker Yagi, the all-time leading scorer for Breckenridge basketball, about to become the all-time leading rebounder as well. Maybe we'll be able to see her set that mark the next time around. And also the school's all-time leader in three-pointers. We got to also throw that out there because we just found out the other day that she set that record earlier this year. We didn't realize
with her very first three-pointer of the year, too.
Imagine that, tying the three-point record before your junior year even begins. That is just a testament to how fantastic a career she had. 24 points, like I said. Parker Yagi, congratulations. The star of tonight. Maybe an early spoiler for who the player of the game is going to end up being by the end of this. But we'll run through the State Farm stat report for you. My apologies, folks. I know I'm missing 2 points. Oh, wait. Parker's 2 points through. I'm missing. She had 26, correct?
There you go.
Goodness. Well, I'm glad we could fix that. I said I was going to try to go the whole year getting the points right. But 26 points for Parker Yagi. 15 points each from Ava Janning and Sydney Roberts. Both of them really having strong second halves. Each of them going for 11 in the second half. And then we got 8 points from Piper Janning, all those coming in the second half. So a lot of girls doing the heavy lifting. Parker Yagi kept them afloat with 18 of her 26 coming in the opening half. The team only had 30 points in the first half, so she had 18 of their 30. Followed by 4 points from Aaron Blofis coming in that opening minute. Anna Spear with 3, Mariah Coltis with 2, and then Jonica Bernardes didn't get in the scoring column, and hopefully we're going to be able to see her back and healthy at the next game after having to leave the game after a hard fall onto the floor.
Did not return to the game.
Yeah, did not return to the game, so we got to make sure to keep an eye out for her. And with her injury history, I mean, it's just can't catch a break sometimes. But Breckenridge caught a break tonight. 73-68 your final. 19 points. I got to get the Hawley stats for you as well. Addison Sandvik with 19 points. 13 points from Katie Vetter, followed by 12 from Ingrid Rustad in the balance attack, and 4 girls in double figures. Number 14, McKenna Walker with 11 points. So, usually when you couldn't put 4 girls in double figures, you usually set, but that was not the case tonight. And then they had 9 points coming from Emily Vettern, 4 points from Sella Fleming to wrap it all up. So 6 girls getting into the scoring column for the Nuggets. Wasn't enough as they fell to the Cowgirls. 73-68 once again, your final here on the Miller Ritzy postgame show, your State Farm Stat Report as well.
Let's take one more look here, though, at the HOL standings. I know we're kind of on a crunch here, less than a dozen minutes till the boys tip, but in the HOL, I heard Parker saying in the postgame show, it was high stakes tonight. Nobody's losing in the HOL. You got to keep pace. Mm-hmm. So Breckenridge coming in at 7-4. I gave them a little biasy bump ahead of DGF. Well, now they're 8-4, so kind of inching their way up there. Barnesville, 13-5 overall, 9-3 HOL. Pelican Rapids at 9-4 in the HOL, 8-4 Breckenridge, 9-4 DGF, 7-5 Perm. It's anybody's conference here from 5 on up, and Breckenridge kind of making a statement that they belong in that number 1 conversation in the HOL.
Yeah, for sure. And time for your play of the game, brought to you by Essential Health. I mean, we got so many to choose from. I mean, Obviously, we're going to have to go with the historic one, but let's just shed a light on some of the other plays we got down the stretch. We got some big shots from Ava Janing, a massive 3 from Anna Spear as well. Mariah Coltis was shining with her defense on the back end there. Sydney Roberts went on like a one-girl rally as well. Piper Janing, had some moments. Oh gosh, you know me, I'm always going to get carried away raving about a Euro step. So we had a lot of good moments, but we got to go with the history-making bucket when Parker Yagi was fouled down low, laying up a layup. Needed one more point and got it on the N1. And also, obviously, followed it up by burying the free throw after we kind of put the game on hold for a bit so everybody could honor them. I always love when they get to do that at away games. That's really a classy gesture from Hawley to be able to stop the game and honor someone for a fantastic career achievement. It's always a bummer when you got to, wait till you get home to celebrate it. But that's going to be our pick for the play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. And your pick for Essential Health Player of the Game, you guys already know that. Parker Yeager, your all-time leading scorer in Breckenridge girls basketball history. Now she's got to go for the all-time leader. He's got to top Noah now for the all-time leader in just points in general.
And
on the boys' side.
She's coming for, I believe, Grace Conzemius is the all-time rebounding record. She's under 150 away from that. Lots of time to get that done.
For sure. And what did we say that she needed coming into it? 17, and we got her for 8, so she needs 9 more, I believe.
For
the rebound record.
Well, for all-time rebound record, she's 150 away.
Are you sure? Because Bogey told me it was 17 or 18 away.
Ooh, I don't know.
I told you that before the game.
I don't think she's that close, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Because remember we were saying she could have a historic game. If she had 17 rebounds, she could get the record.
I thought you were talking. Oh, yeah.
No, I was talking about career.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look. When we went in there yesterday to the school, they had the record stowed away somewhere. So we were trying to do our due diligence. We really were.
Bogey could have been airing our tires up. But he told me that I think it was yesterday or maybe it was before the game started. He's like, technically, I mean, she could get 2 records tonight if she has a historic rebounding performance as well. So
maybe he's talking about the single game rebounding record, 18 boards. But we'll check on it. We'll get back to you next broadcast. I don't think she's that close to the career rebounding record though, but.
That is the most KBMW broadcast ever. We're arguing about the records that one of us is pretty sure is about to get broken.
The baseball records at Breckenridge High School do not exist, so there's that.
Oh, football too. We got a lot.
Can't put it all on our shoulders.
We got a lot of gripes, and then also we raved that Parker broke the scoring record last year recently, and then found out.
Along with every other media outlet in the Southern Red River Valley. So I digress. More game from Parker Yeager, and we got another one, Turner.
Yeah, for sure. We got the Breckenridge Cowboys coming up next. We'll take a break here. Wrap up the Miller Realty post-game show, and then come back to kick off your Red River Grain pre-game show. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball, Cowboy Basketball coming up next.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
You know, there's a lot of talk about assisted living facilities in the area, but at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge, the story really is different. Let me tell you about it. The story at Twin Town Villa is caring eyes looking after the people you love. It's a collection of ears listening to what their residents need. It's the gentle, compassionate action that takes care of those needs. It's real connection that assures you that your family members are never alone. That's just part of the story. Take a tour and see for yourself. Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge.
How often should I review my homeowner's policy?
Hi, I'm Carson Zark with Nodak Insurance Company. Most people purchase a policy when they buy a home and rarely think of it again. The problem is, your home appreciates over time. The value also increases as you make improvements. With this in mind, it's a good idea to review annually so you have the coverage you need if something happens to your home.
Get answers to all your insurance questions from Carson Zarek, one of the agents with answers from Nodak Insurance Company.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986, and the Breckenridge Cowgirls game in the books. For those who missed it, Breckenridge won that one 73-68 behind Parker Yeage's 26 points, 18 of them coming in the first half, including the record-breaking points that put her as the all-time leading scorer in Breckenridge history over Denise Fries, the record holder for 44 years. So history right before our eyes, and Robert Wanek has returned to the broadcast. He got put in timeout for a little bit for disputing my records. But the rebounding record, Parker Yeage is going to take a run at that one next. We clarified that she is knocking on the door of the all-time leading rebounding record.
Yeah, I was looking at the records from the beginning of the year, and I didn't refresh my brain, so.
You're good. Well, for those who don't know, they have the record book, but they haven't updated them as the season goes because that would be exhausting. So they just left it as what it was coming into the year.
And
which
expect me to count.
That's a lot. Neither of us are exactly
That's a
math
lot,
whizzes. You
you know.
can't tell by our stat reports. We're not exactly. That's not our forte. But
I never did go back and get my grade 10, but shout out to Dennis Sumption. He tried.
we got the Breckenridge Cowboys getting ready to get some revenge on the Hawley Nuggets. The Hawley Nuggets' lone victory in the HOL coming against Breckenridge as they came and picked up the upset win over the Cowboys. And let's run through your Power Poll ranking once again, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company. DGF remaining atop the HOL conference, an 11-1 mark. That one loss, I believe, that was to Barnesville. I could be wrong.
Yes, both teams riding, I believe, a 12-game win streak in that one.
Good golly. 15-4 is what DGF is. 11-1 HOL. It's that one loss to Barnesville, as we said. Pelican Rapids 8-3 in Heart of Lakes play, as is Perham. Barnesville is 7-4 in the HOL, and they are on quite the streak once again. 14-5 on the year. Breckenridge 10-9, 3-6 in the HOL. Two of those victories over Frazee and one in Barnesville, and then Park Rapids 7-9, 3-6 in HOL. One of the new HOL newcomers, along with Staples Motley. I believe is this their first year in the HOL?
I believe so.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say maybe I just didn't notice.
Park
all the whole
Rapids
time.
second year maybe in the HOL.
Okay, yeah, but Breckenridge. I think it's the first one. I could be wrong,
Okay,
but
yep,
I'm not 100% sure. The banners just went up in the gym, so I could be wrong on that. But
This Breckenridge team very capable because you look all the way up to the number 2 line here in the conference. Pelican Rapids 8-3 in the HOL, and if these were hockey records, they'd be 8-2-1 because
to get an OT, correct?
Breckenridge would have the OT loss.
Yep.
You get the gist
I know
here.
what you meant.
OT game, Breckenridge taking Pelican Rapids to the brink. And DGF 2, the number 1 seed, Breckenridge taking them to the edge
Breckenridge beat Barnesville, stuck right with Perham both times they played them.
Stuck with
Staples and Pelican and DGF. So the Cowboy squad looking to, once again, get some revenge on Hawley while also bolster their HOL record as well. And that is a look at your Power Poll ranking, once again, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company. On to your State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Last time these two teams squared off, ended up being a 64-60 victory. Coleman Hoff knocking down 6 of his 11 attempts from the field. By the way, 4 of 4 on 3 is not too shabby. 17 points, a couple rebounds and assists as well. Levi Lelm, 14 points, 3 steals, a block, and 2 boards. 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 on 3s. And then Breckenridge was led by J.D. Gomez and Jackson Riggs with 16 apiece. We won't see Gomez in this game. Gomez also added 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. And Jackson Riggs had 7 boards along with his 16 points on an efficient 7 of 12 from the field. Cowboys shot 49% from the field, so that's not too bad. But their 3-point percentage, 44, that's also good too. But I'm colorblind, Robert, so I'm kind of struggling here. The red
44 for the Nuggets, 37 for the Cowboys.
I was like, are you doubling up here? But I didn't realize the red and green kind of look similar. My apologies there.
37% from 3 from the Cowboys.
Yeah,
the Cowboys
pretty
pretty good. They went 3 of 56 in a back-to-back stretch recently, so I'm a little bit streaky, but they can definitely stroke it when they're on.
A lot of my family members and friends just found out on Snapchat that I'm colorblind as well because I was complaining about Mike and Ike. So now the listeners know too. I struggle with some colors. I'm not reliable, but we'll tell you more about it we'll tell you the starting lineups let's dive into the starting lineups. They're announcing them here, so we may as well dive into it too. It's part of your Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986.
Ignore the ponytail on the Cowgirls logo. We'll just call it a man bun for this one.
Love it.
Too many logos.
Matthew Crompton, number 1, will be starting it off. 6'2" guard is a sophomore for the squad. Coleman Hoff, number 3, a junior guard who is listed at 6 foot. Levi Lelm, a 6'1" forward who is a senior. Noah Nelson, 6'6", and is listed as a guard. And then we got Jackson Skank, who is listed as a guard as well, 6'1" junior, wears number 20 for the Nuggets. And then for the Breckenridge Cowboys, going with their usual starters, Aiden Sanchez, he wears number 2, 6'1" sophomore. Cooper Roberts, a 6'2" junior, wearing number 3. Levi Christensen, rocking number 5, 6'3" junior. Charlie Craychaw, the resident sharpshooter on the Cowboys, the 5'8" junior, wears number 12. And Connor, it's the 5'10" sophomore, will be handling the point guard duties, wearing number 13. That is a look at your starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll take a quick break before we come back with your opening tip. You are listening to the Red River Grain pregame show, Game 2 of this HOL doubleheader, coming up next.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton.
All the hits from 2KM today.
Welcome back. As we're getting ready for your North Dakota State College of Science opening tip, the science of learning by doing. Cooper Roberts will be jumping up against Noah Nelson. Hawley wins the opening tip as they look to complete the season sweep of the Cowboys. We haven't done as many road games as we like, so I don't get to see these white jerseys there very often, but big fan. 2 big thumbs up from me as Breckenridge getting a hand on a pass right away, and Hawley into the scoring column first. The layup down low for Coleman Hoff, who we said had a very strong performance the last time these two teams squared off. Cooper Roberts drops it to Levi Christensen near the top of the key. Christensen taking it hard inside and has it blocked, rebounded by the Nuggets.
Hawley opening up in a man-to-man defense.
3 from the top of the key is off the back iron, almost rebounded by Craychaw, but over the back.
So Hawley opening up in a man-to-man. Breckenridge jumped out to a 16-point lead last time in Breckenridge, and Hawley shifted into his own defense. Breckenridge looked like they'd never seen that in the game of basketball and just struggled to score it all the rest of the game. So kind of interesting here. Hawley's going to give a run with the man-to-man again.
I was crediting our coworker TJ for remembering what the score was. He's like, remember they were up 22-8? I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, you got such a good memory, my guy. Goes to Cooper Roberts, trying to get a post-up opportunity, but pass got a little mishandled, so he's going to have to do an ISO drive instead. Levi Christensen now has it. Nice little move to free himself up, going baseline, and they're going to call an offensive foul there. Looks like he went for the hook that Karl Anthony Towns is so notorious for, the signature hook move. We'll get you every time for that. 2-0 lead for Hawley, 1 minute in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Noah Nelson, 6'6", running the point. That's a sight. Swung around the perimeter to the left corner. They're looking to go inside. Instead, they'll go to the top of the key to Matthew Crompton. Over to Noah Nelson. Aiden Sanchez try to guard on the left wing. Nelson, kick out to the right corner. 3 is up and well short. Rebounded by the Nuggets, though. They kick it out to the perimeter. Nelson with a pull-up mid-range, and he knocks it down. Talk about a smooth pull-up.
Very athletic-looking Hawley team. Don't let the 4 wins fool you. They have a gauntlet of a schedule.
Connor Ernst hands it off to Charlie Craychaw. Tries going to Levi Christensen, but Noah Nelson with the breakaway attempt, and he'll get called for the travel there. And head coach Jordan Christensen had a front row seat to that one, so you could tell he was going to lose it if that didn't get called. But 4-0 lead by Breckenridge, for Hawley on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Just about 2 minutes into this ball game as the Cowboys look for their first points in this doubleheader. Those of you who miss it, Cowgirls just picked up a 5-point victory over the Hawley Nuggets. Cooper Roberts playing some bully ball. Gets his man to jump and draws the foul.
So Cooper Roberts checking in there, clocking in, and going to work.
You know what I think I've noticed the most is just how much his basketball IQ has just shot up this last year, because the kid just always seems like he knows when the mismatch is there. He's got a size mismatch, or if there's a good opportunity to drive and kick, like he's just making all the right plays. Made a huge jump from last year.
A little bit of confusion there as to why that wasn't a shooting foul, but they're going to get it on the bump.
So on the floor, evidently. Aiden Sanchez will inbound under the hoop. Goes over to Cooper Roberts. Pass got tipped, but Roberts tracked it down. Goes inside to Christensen. Christensen has it stripped free, and he's holding on to it for a jump ball. So possession arrows with the Cowboys.
Christensen didn't know that there was a couple extra defenders around him when he put that one down, and it just got swallowed up.
Yeah, look at how all these Nuggets collapse on him. Got to know to be kicking it out to the perimeter. Someone's open. Nuggets switching it up to their 2-3 zone now. Over to Connor Ernst. Swings it to Aiden Sanchez on the left side. Off the mark. Rebounded by Ernst.
That's why he's in the lineup.
Ernst to Charlie Craychaw for 3. Sails that one. Off the mark. And bringing it up for Hawley is Coleman Hoff. Hoff picks up his dribble. Over to the right side. And a tough runner on the left side, rebounded by Coop.
Good job there by Levi Christensen on defense.
Connor Ernst kicks it out to Aiden Sanchez. Little sidestep 3 attempt, but instead he'll drop it off to Levi Christensen, who'll get fouled on the floor. Second time he's gotten fouled.
And it's a work in progress, Levi going to his right hand, but a couple possessions ago, Hawley gave him the right side. Nobody there, and he didn't go to it, and he kicked it out, so that'll be interesting tonight.
Yeah, it really favors that left hand for sure, as they're trying to free up Charlie Craychaw off the inbound play. Oh, he's got a nice look at it. You can't leave him open. And off the back iron, rebounded by Aiden Sanchez. Sanchez, and one! Aiden Sanchez gets the board and goes to work on the left block, lays it in with the contact.
Sanchez, one of the leading rebounders and scorers on this team.
Well, just talk about a luxury of having a 6'2", 6'3" guard. Oh, my. Him and Cooper Roberts are both kind of matchup nightmares when they want to be.
He does such a nice job anticipating the way the ball is going to bounce off the rim to go get it. He's not going to jump out of the building, but, man, he can anticipate the direction of a rebound.
Aiden Sanchez completes the old school three-point play. 4-3 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 15-13 left to go in this opening half. Hawley with an early substitution into the ball game is number 20, or my apologies, I'll make sure to double check on the number here. As Aiden Sanchez gets a hand on the pass. I'm trying to see where the new number is. I'm losing everybody. Every time I check a number, it's another starter.
Turnovers down this year for Sanchez. Shooting percentage up, just the kind of growth that we expected to see coming into
Charlie
the
Steer.
season.
Charlie Steers, who just checked into the ball game. Apologies. And yeah, talk about how great it has been for getting him off the point guard and getting him where he needs to be.
You know, he goes down from 5.5 turnovers a game to right around 2 turnovers a game, and the shooting percentage is going up. He's getting more spot-up looks, and in turn, the confidence is growing. In case he does need to be the point guard next year, potentially, he'll be ready.
And had the game of his life in the border battle as well, as Sanchez picks up his second rebound. Still mad I missed that when I was on vacation. Cooper Roberts driving inside. Oh, and they're going to go with the push-off on that one. Usually they go with that when it's the forearm, but when it's the shoulder, you know, which still kind of is a foul, but, you know, you just don't see it as often, I guess, unless there was a push-off.
That's just kind of a tough one to get called on you because the defender's momentum's carrying him backwards too, so that wasn't all Cooper, but they don't all go your way.
So first foul on him, and Breckenridge applying some pressure with the press. Skip pass over to the right side, and a nice little drive and drop-off, but laid in for 2. And that is Levi Lelm getting into the scoring column. Breckenridge with Cooper Roberts on the perimeter. Lelm guarding. Goes with a nice little crossover. Back out to Levi Christensen. Christensen looking to get an ISO on the left side. Very nice spin move to free himself up for the shot. Misses, but follows it and lays it in.
Number 5, Levi Christensen.
Levi Christensen, a focal point of the offense early on. His first bucket. Cuts the lead to 1-6-5 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Jackson Riggs gets ready for his first action in the night.
I think Avery Smith is over in front of the scoring table as well.
As Noah Nelson misses the layup, but Cooper Roberts hauls down the board. Roberts up to Levi Christensen. Christensen with a very nice spin once again, but has his shot swatted by Noah Nelson.
Out of bounds, Breckenridge ball.
So Avery Smith and Jackson Riggs.
And number 20, Avery Smith.
And talk about the toughness you get off the bench from these two guys.
Yeah, offensively, you're going to get that toughness from Jackson Riggs, who's going to just push the envelope and do it himself a lot of the time. And Avery Smith, he's going to be a pest on defense.
Smith drives into the arc and kicks it out to Roberts. Roberts, Jackson Riggs. We'll see if he's going to try to get himself going. A little jump step, and what a tough mid-range. Jackson Riggs into the scoring column right off the bat.
5 fingers in his face. He was wearing the defender's hand like a pair of sunglasses, and he knocks it down anyways. Wow.
Any other guy shoots that on the team, you say, what are you doing putting that up? Jackson Riggs, it seems like it's easier for him when there's a contest. It's crazy.
2 seconds into the ball game, 2 points for Jackson Riggs.
And they travel on Hawley. Breckenridge up 7-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
And you see that a lot in the NBA. Players, they get to their spot, and that's his spot. It doesn't matter if it's contested or not.
And people think you mean literal spot. No, that does not mean a literal spot like I don't love the elbow. It means I'm getting to where I want to be. Give me anywhere, really. It's just wherever you're comfortable. Jackson Riggs has it on the right side. Drops it into Levi Christensen in the short corner. Back out to Riggs. Tries to swing it over to Cooper Roberts. He's going to drive past him. Little hop step once again, and he's fouled getting to the rack. Talk about a guy with the whole offensive repertoire.
And he's getting what he wants early on, and this could bode very well for Breckenridge if Hawley doesn't have an answer for number 34, Jackson Riggs.
Jackson Riggs going to add to the point total. The right-handed free throw is up and knocks it down.
And Jason Butts, resident fact checker for us, you were right on the rebound numbers, and we got to made sure that Jason let me know that.
Off the mark for Jackson Riggs on the second one. He should know he's the maker of JB's stat book.
That's true.
He's the expert. 8-6. Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cooper Roberts with a nice closeout, but Hawley attacks it beautifully. And now it's a tie ball game at 8 after the Skank shot. Is Jackson Skank. So a pair of Jacksons in this game. Now Levi Christensen answers with a bucket.
I think that's going to go in the book as an assist for Cooper Roberts. He hit him in stride on that back cut. We got a game early on.
We got a 10-8 lead for the Cowboys. Timeout taken by Breck as well. You're listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
A score with Breckenridge in the lead with 12:14 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And if you're wondering why the camera work has suddenly improved, it's because Robert Wanek is here and I'm not running it.
I don't know. You're not paying that close of attention to it. Say that when you go back and watch it later.
12:07 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard out of the High Camp Construction timeout. We got a travel call. It was one of those things where I was kind of questioning my reality really quick there, where I was like, oh, that kind of looked like a travel to me. But it turns out it was just a little half-second delay on the whistle. It's like our broadcast sometimes got a little bit of a delay on it. Sometimes like Connor Ernst over to Jackson Riggs on the left side. Goes to Aiden Sanchez. We'll see if he attacks baseline. He does. The help comes, and he kicks it over to Ernst. He makes the swing over to Avery Smith right away. Avery Smith runs through a pair of defenders and draws the foul. And Smith is someone, we sing his praises on defense a lot, and, he gets to the rim pretty well. He's a good athlete, but one thing we all want, we really, really, really would love to see Avery Smith start stroking from deep. If he can get comfortable out there on the perimeter, watch out. He's going to be a scoring threat at all levels. And Jackson Riggs is going to have to go get checked out by the athletic trainer. I had to run out really quick here, but I might just be or one of those things where blood just needs to get taped out, because he didn't look like he was very concerned about it. But off the back iron as Breckenridge back out with their starting five with the exception of Avery Smith. Misses the first one once again.
Breckenridge isn't going to go very deep here tonight. I mean, right now we got Krejcia on the bench as he's ready to check back in, and that's about it. Caleb Albertson will come in, double nickel. Logan Church might see some time, but we're going to have a few DNPs tonight, some players that aren't going to see the floor. They go pretty shallow.
11-8 lead for Breckenridge on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Yeah, 7 guys we've seen in the rotation thus far.
And Albertson coming off a 12-point game, all 4 of those coming from three-point land on senior night.
He was on a heater.
Good game for him. Player of the game that game.
Oh, well deserving too. Breckenridge with a 3-point lead, trying to avenge a loss to Hawley. The Nuggets' lone HOL victory of the year. And a nice drop-off down low, and an even better reverse finish from Skank. 11-10 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Charlie Krejcia going with a little floater. Usually seeing him pull the trigger from 3, but drives inside and isn't able to finish. Hawley with back-to-back buckets. And they regain the lead, 12-11 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
So they're going to have Cooper Roberts in the backcourt a little bit here again at 6'5".
Both teams got a very tall guy running the point at times now. Noah Nelson, 6'6", doing it. As Avery Smith just to shake his defender, drops it to Levi Christensen, giving up some size there, and a lot of contact on that one. No call. Levi Christensen got to get back on
at
D.
the low block.
Coming up to guard Nelson. Cooper Roberts is going to come out on him. And Nelson drives inside with the right-handed finish on the left side. His second bucket of the game, 14-11 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith swings into Connor Ernst, over to Cooper Roberts after the back-to-back Nugget buckets. Charlie Krejcia tries going inside to Roberts, and that's why you get a good seal, because then they're going to have to reach around. And by the way, into the 1-and-1 already. We already saw this. We saw this in the girls' game too. But this time it's going to switch the towns, as Hawley's going to be the one that's going to be into the penalty right away.
And Cooper was looking for some dribble handoff action there with Charlie Krejcia, and he's 0 for 2 so far. But for some of you folks who are new to the broadcast, Krejcia will shoot 10 threes tonight. He's a good bet for 10 3-point attempts. He's shooting nearly 35% from 3, which is pretty good for a high-volume guy.
Yeah, it's incredible for a high-volume. In high school, that's really good.
A lot of that stuff's coming full speed in motion, too, coming off the screen, stuff like that.
First free throw is good from Roberts. Next one off the mark. So 1 for 2 trip. Nuggets up by 2. Skank Drives inside, off the mark.
Lost the handle a little bit when he was going up.
Connor Ernst with the rebound. Ernst, nice little wraparound pass. Really loving how fast he's getting rid of it today. And now he goes with a little floater off the mark, though. We're liking the quick decision making. 9:55 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And a nice little turnaround there. Working out from under the basket. Charlie Steer getting into the scoring column. 16-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
You know, Ernst catches that one at the free throw line, takes one step in and does a floater. When you catch it at the free throw line, you kind of want to shoot it as such. It's a free throw.
As Aiden Sanchez has his shot blocked and rebounded by the Nuggets. And nice little step through and left-handed layup for Skank. And Aiden Sanchez catches it, trying to leak out. Gets Noah Nelson alongside of him, but is able to navigate for the lay-in. 18-14 is your lead, or Hawley's in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Sanchez buried at the block with a size disadvantage there. Almost had to shoot that basketball straight up off the high glass.
Noah Nelson trying to do the same thing, but he gets fouled. Only thing I will counter with the free throw line instead of the floater is got to be in rhythm. You don't always catch it right away at the free throw line in rhythm. I feel like sometimes, like, I'm just thinking of how my body, like when I'm playing basketball, I don't mind a step into a pull-up, but sometimes if I catch it and I'm flying around, you know. So I'll give it a pass, but, you know.
Yeah, maybe a power dribble. Maybe a power dribble to get you in there, but.
Free throw is good from Nelson.
And sometimes you're too wide open, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's there. You got too much time to think about it.
Especially on the three-point line. I don't think I ever made an open three in my entire life. I'm a head case. 19-14 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
You know, it'd be interesting to see the analytics. I think Krejci's contested three-point percentage is probably higher than his open three-point percentage.
And next free throw is off the back iron and missed. And Caleb Albertson, who just checked in the ball game, was trying to tie it up for a jump ball, but instead it's going to be a travel on or out of bounds off Hawley.
I'm telling you, they got to check the dimensions of that rim because free throw shooting tonight has not been good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on this end of the court.
Oh, we forgot to tally up the final free throw numbers for the Hawley girls last time around. I know that they're not going to want to look back at that, but we do. As Levi Christensen goes inside to Jackson Riggs. Riggs, he's got a pair of defenders on him, but he says, that's barbecue chicken. I'm going to step down and drop this one in for two. Jackson Riggs with 5 points early on.
Too easy for Riggs in this one.
19-16 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley has it on the left wing. Nice drop in inside to Noah Nelson, who had the size advantage, but off the mark. Levi Christensen with the board. Christensen looking for his first points of the game. Aiden Sanchez with a baseball pass to Charlie Krejci on the left corner. Dribbles into the short corner, but some great defense from Hawley. Levi Christensen going to the cup and draws the foul. 2 shots coming for him, and first foul on Nelson.
And that's when he's at his best, Christensen, when he has got a head of steam.
2 fouls on him.
Excellent in the paint footwork-wise, but it's the drive that gets him to that footwork because then he can get the angle on the defender and really put him in a spin cycle.
Levi Christensen, the southpaw. And talk about lineage. He's got a very rich history. His brother, the all-time leading scorer. Jonah, Jordan, of course.
Fran.
Luke, yeah, Fran too.
Fran played college hoops in her day.
Fran was a bucket. And Luke, obviously a 1,000-point scorer at Hillcrest.
He's getting some tick at Concordia right now as a freshman.
AC, Allie Christensen, she was a lot of fun to cover too. Shout out AC.
She was part of that Sump squad.
Oh, yeah.
We mentioned Jonah, right?
Oh, yeah, I said Jonah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I said Jonah.
I always forget Jonah because he's the farmer of the group.
Jonah, the footwork master? Come on, no. 1918 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Also an assistant coach on the staff. Better shout him out for that, too. Levi Christensen with a nice contest down low. Hawley's able to get their own board, though.
Doing a nice job showing his hands.
And little left-handed floater is up and good for Elliott Lee. Someone that we were told we might be seeing in this ballgame. 21-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Aiden Sanchez picks up his dribble. Elliott Lee coming out on him.
Here's Riggs back to the basket.
Riggs going hard inside, but has it stripped loose. Nuggets come away with the steal. And bring it up is Matthew Crompton. Crompton feeds it up to Levi Lelm. Lelm ends up getting fouled from behind.
Not such a bad foul for Riggs to pick up there. Your guys got you beat to the hoop. Go for a block shot from behind. If you get it, you get it. If not, make them earn it.
Lelm
shooting 2.
looking to double his point total. The pair of free throws. First one is up and good.
Back in for Breckenridge, number 13.
Connor Ernst will
replaces number
give
12,
Charlie Craychaw a breather.
Craychaw.
And Craychaw looks like they did his homework on him because they're not giving him a lot of looks from downtown right now. It's 6 threes and a half last game. And 2-for-2 trip. 23-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jackson Riggs trying to answer with a triple, leaves it short, rebounded by Levi Christensen. Already up to 3 rebounds and misses the layup, making 4 rebounds. And misses again down low.
I'm not sure how, but he got from one block to the other block, all the way across the hoop to rebound his own miss there, and you got to credit the effort.
Teleported. And good hustle there from Riggs and Jackson, or from Aiden Sanchez as well. Jackson Riggs trying to keep it alive here by the sideline, and great hustle out of bounds.
Riggs almost goes flying into the radio section over there, trying to give us a monopoly on the market tonight.
Oh, I forgot to ask that guy's name, but I love him. He was really cool talking to him before the game. But 23-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets in the lead on their home floor, trying to complete the season sweep of Breckenridge and trying to pick up their only other HOL win potentially. Lee over to the right wing. They drop it in the right corner. And floater is up and off the mark, almost rebounded by Riggs. Hawley Nuggets come away with it in the left corner. Riggs got to be careful playing with 1 foul already. And there's going to be number 2. We'll see if they give it to him or if it's Levi Christensen.
Thought the player was able to get fully around Riggs.
And it's going to be on him.
I think Riggs has a point here. I think the contact was made by Christensen, but a couple bodies in the same area, pick a number.
Another one of those things where the refs usually don't take kindly to a swiping motion. It seems like if you swipe somewhere on the other side of the lane, they might give it to you just for doing it. 24-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as they've scored 5 straight.
And a very effective start for Jackson Riggs, kind of neutralized here by a pair of fouls.
First free throw is good, and it looks like we got a technical as well.
On who?
I am not sure. I want to say they said 34, but I'm not 100% sure.
So if that's the case, they'll put the number up on this. Yeah, so he's going to pick up his 3rd foul there. So a little bit of extracurricular on the bench from Jackson Riggs after the foul, and he's going to pick up number 2 and number 3 back-to-back.
Well, we saw a warning given on the first game, but we're just skipping the warning this time around. So free throw is good for, technical free throw, I should say, is good for Jackson Skink. 7-point lead now on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and 2-for-2 trip for Skink.
It's going to bring Hawley 1 foul away from the bonus. So next time Breckenridge commits a foul, they're going to be sending the Nuggets to the line. Big turn of events here for Breckenridge.
7-0 run for the Nuggets. Cowboys need a spark. And I think they're going to say we need more free throws, but evidently not. Bummer. And Hawley gets it in with a fresh shot clock. 6:26 left to go in this opening half. They trail 26-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith right on cue with the swipe. Getting to the rack and lays it in for 2.
Basket number 20, Avery Smith.
And we're talking about they need a spark. Not too bad. 26-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Connor Ernst trying to hunker down and guard. Avery Smith's going to get tagged with a foul there, though, 1-1. He's going to say, that one's on me. I'll take the blame on that one for sure. So on the court for the Cowboys, we got Aiden Sanchez, Connor Ernst, Avery Smith, Levi Christensen, and Cooper Roberts. And at the stripe for the Nuggets, shooting the 1-1 is Coleman Hoff at the first bucket of the game for the Nuggets. Hasn't scored since. Going to do something about that here. Nothing but net. Back to a 7-point lead for the Nuggets, who edged the Cowboys by 4 the last time these two teams squared off. That was on the Cowboys' home floor. And nothing but net on that one again. Seems like the type of shooter that gets mad if he actually hits the rim, even if he makes it. 28-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Speaking of shooters, Breckenridge has to get something going from outside here. Krejci still on the bench.
Avery Smith over to Aiden Sanchez on the left side of the floor. Sanchez gets a ball screen from Levi Christensen. Sanchez driving inside, and going to call an offensive foul on that one.
Sanchez doesn't even knock the player off his spot, really. And the player didn't appear to have position either, so that's going to be a tough one on Sanchez. But Sanchez did initiate the contact, did lean into him, but, you know.
Second foul on him as well.
When you want to get a rhythm and flow to the game for both teams, you know, that's not going to do it.
28-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Swung over to the left wing to Charlie Steer. Now over to the right wing to Matthew Crompton. Crompton fires one in the right corner. Cooper Roberts riding baseline. And a nice steal from Connor Ernst. Ernst, 1-on-3. Fires it over to Aiden Sanchez. He's playing with 2 fouls once again. Jackson Riggs has 3 fouls. So keep that in mind for just the foul situation. Levi Christensen kicks it out to Cooper Roberts. The squad down by 8. Roberts going to try to get going offensively. And, ooh. That was a shooting foul. Cooper Roberts heading the line for 2.
All right, well,
Foul
definitely
from
calling
behind.
it close tonight.
Foul from behind.
And we're going, you know, both sides are getting the calls, so it's just been a, you know, pretty touch and go game so far as the fouls go, and we have 17 fouls so far.
Just what the doctor ordered. And Cooper Roberts misses the first free throw. So he's 1 for 3 to start at this drive. And like we were talking about, they got to get something going from deep. That seems like a pretty good guy to do it. Charlie Craychaw back into the game for Connor Ernst. He's out there with Avery Smith, Aiden Sanchez, Cooper Roberts, and Levi Christensen. 28-21 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after Roberts knocks the second one down. Aiden Sanchez was hunkering down on the perimeter. Now Levi Christensen switched on to the guard. Swung over to Crompton. Crompton, it's inside the arc and then takes it back outside in the left wing. Levi Christensen guarding, but a nice move from Crompton to free himself up. Misses. Levi Christensen hauls in his 5th board. Gets it up to Aiden Sanchez. Sanchez to Avery Smith. Smith ends up losing his handle and stolen away by Crompton. Some great length from him. Breckenridge trying not to let them leak through, but there is the layup nonetheless by Owen Becker. We got a timeout taken by head coach Jordan Christensen. We'll take one with him. Breckenridge down 30-21. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Welcome back on that High Camp Construction timeout. We got a 30-21 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
You remember that movie Hustle and Flow, Turner?
Oh, big fan.
Seen a lot of hustle out of these teams, but no flow because we got 17 fouls so far. So hopefully we get some flow here.
Shout out Terrence Howard. Cooper Roberts swings it over to Charlie Craychaw. Lines it up from the left corner. And it's hard out here for a chuck. Nice shot. 30-24 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
He was kind of hiding over there in the baseline. I didn't even switch the camera over, so sorry about that, Charlie.
3-point answer is off the mark, rebounded by Aiden Sanchez.
Off and running, Sanchez.
Sanchez pushing the tempo up the right sideline. Skips it over to Avery Smith. Smith, had Cooper Roberts down low, but he's going to play it conservatively. Gets it over to Charlie Craychaw. Goes inside to Levi Christensen, who tried dumping it off to Roberts, but got tied up for another jump ball. Yes, it is. Let me double check.
Big possession coming up, Turner, 30-24. Breckenridge with a chance to cut it to 4, under 4 to go in the first half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Cowboys
Here comes Krejci off a double screen.
Going to Avery Smith off the inbound. He's going to drive inside. Changing speeds here. Nice kick out to Cooper Roberts for an open triple, and he knocks it down. What a dribble kick.
Paying no attention to the 6'5" big man in the corner, and he's got a nice looking release on that one. Right over the top.
Cuts the lead to 3, 30-27. Hawley up on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3:25 left to go in this opening half. Charlie Krejci closing out on the right wing. Hawley, with a nice little move to free himself up on the left side, but off the mark. And Hawley's going to almost come away with the rebound, but Avery Smith tracks it down. Smith is going to call his own number and dribble it up. Instead, he'll go over to Aiden Sanchez. He doesn't even dribble. He just fires it up to Cooper Roberts. Roberts to Smith. Smith with a little shot fake and drive inside, and they're going to call a foul. Breckenridge might have been better off not getting the foul call because it bounced right into Levi Christensen's hands and he would have laid it in. But instead, Avery Smith is going to get a couple free throws coming his way.
A sense of urgency in the first half on the dribble drive from Avery Smith that we don't see night in and night out, and maybe he's taken that next step in his game.
6-0 run from the Cowboys at this point. Head coach Nathan Stoa will go to Noah Nelson, send him in as Avery Smith misses the first one. His last go around at the stripe, he missed the front half as well. Elliott Lee into the ball game as well. Trailing by 3, 3:02 left to go in this opening half. On the floor for the Cowboys, Christensen, Roberts, Smith, Krejci, and Sanchez. As just like the last go around, 1 for 2, 30-28. Cowboys have scored the last 8. Swung over to the left wing to Levi Lelm. Lelm to Nelson. Nelson swings it to the right corner. Kicked out to Lee. Lee looking to drive on Roberts, but instead takes it back out. Noah Nelson has it on the left side. Looking to back down Christensen and go up with it using that 6'6" frame, but out of bounds off the Nuggets. Cowboys putting together a nice sequence here. 30-28 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Back to 6'5" Roberts bringing the ball up court.
Yep.
Thought about a baseball pass there.
Him and Aiden Sanchez just briefly talked about something. So keep an eye on those two to see if they're cooking something up. They go to Levi Christensen. Christensen fakes the handoff to Avery Smith. Loves to drive in these situations. And we got a double dribble instead.
And I think that's going to be the right call on that one, because if the ball's passed to you and you tip it to yourself, you can dribble again, but not if it's a controlled tip.
Yep.
And it looked like Christensen put that one down on his own accord, and he thought he waited long enough where the officials wouldn't call a double dribble, but
didn't you forget about that?
They were on top of it.
That's what I would have said. There's no way you remember me dribbling that the first time. 2-point game. Cowboys were down by 9. Swung over to Noah Nelson at the top of the key. Nelson, dribble kick to Lee on the left wing. Avery Smith out there in the perimeter, trying to lock him down. Kicked out to the right corner. Great ball movement to the lefty, and that's going down almost every time.
Great sequence of basketball. It was a defensive rotation versus offensive ball movement. Great battle.
Aiden Sanchez driving inside, has his shot blocked and out of bounds, and I love a good lefty stroke, so 2 big thumbs up from me. I thought that was going in right off the release.
And Krejci did a good job there of sliding over and contesting the shot. Breckenridge blocked off the baseline drive with help side defense, and Hawley went to the corner, then to the wing.
Connor Ernst back in the ball game. Charlie Krejci gets it on the right perimeter, on the right side of the perimeter. Now Connor Ernst has it in the short left corner, takes it back out, drops it out to Charlie Krejci, swung around to Aiden Sanchez. Cooper Roberts going to launch a 3 and rattle it in. Second triple. That cuts the lead to 1.
Connor Ernst started that possession off. He caught the ball down low with 2 guys in there and decided to put it in reverse, and it was a good decision and works out.
And Lee is going to get called for the travel there. Oh, that was a good time to set yourself up for that. Put it in reverse, Terry. You know, that would have been ideal. So you'll put it in reverse, Turner.
I don't think they let fireworks here in the basketball court.
Not yet. 1:14 left to play. We might see some fireworks before the half is over, though. Cooper Roberts with the ball. Over to Aiden Sanchez, and he throws it off Crompton. Crompton doesn't seem thrilled about it.
Hopefully Jackson Riggs is saving those fireworks for the second half. We'll see him later in the game, I would suspect.
Aiden Sanchez will inbound in front of the Nugget bench. His squad down by 2. 33-31 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Into Cooper Roberts. Roberts splits through a pair of defenders, but has it stripped loose. Noah Nelson out and running in transition. All six of them lays it in with the right hand. 35-31 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Connor Ernst will bring it up with 49 seconds left in the half. Over to Charlie Krejci, lets it rip from three, off the mark. Only one triple so far in the first half after drilling 6 last time around. Crompton with the ball. Matthew Crompton with Aiden Sanchez guarding. Over to Lee. Drops it in Nelson. Levi Christensen tasked with slowing down the big man. Cooper Roberts coming over to help. They were open in the right corner, but we got a baseline drive instead, off the mark, rebounded by Christensen again.
Great job, Cooper Roberts, going up, showing the officials his arms in the air, altering that shot.
Connor Ernst gets it to Aiden Sanchez. They got 13 seconds left in the half. No shot clock to worry about. Head coach Jordan Christensen giving them instructions for the 5 seconds they got left. Connor Ernst with the ball. Gets it to Aiden Sanchez. Can get it one up if he is smart about it, but ends up having it thrown out of bounds. Got the shot off, but I think that might have slipped off the hands. But Breckenridge down by 4 at the half, 35-31. As we head into the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Cowboys down by 4. You're listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. And look at that, I'm 2 points short apparently. 35-31 is your score at the half. We'll tally it up for you with the State Farm stat report for halftime. 8 points for the Hawley's leading scorer, Jackson Skank. 6 of them coming from the field, 2 free throws. And then we got 5 points from Noah Nelson, as well as 5 points from 2 other players, including Owen Becker and Elliot Lee as well. And then 4 points from, don't want to miss anybody here, Coleman Hoff, as well as Levi Lelm. And then 2 points from number 14, Charlie Steer. So they got 8 guys in the scoring column, or 7 guys in the scoring column, apologies. And then for the Cowboys, they were led in the opening half by Cooper Roberts with 8 points. Got 6 points from Aiden Sanchez, 5 for Aiden Sanchez, apologies. 6 rebounds for Levi Christensen.
6 points for Levi as well.
Oh, really? How did I miss all those? That's unlike me. 6 points for Levi Christensen. Don't know what I was looking at. Jackson Riggs with 5 points. 3 from Charlie Craychaw and 2 from Avery Smith. Let's see if I missed anybody here. Aiden Sanchez with 5. And then, like you said, Levi Christensen with 6 boards at this point. Aiden Sanchez I got for 3 rebounds. So maybe we'll check with the official book here to see where I'm missing a couple points here. But thoughts on the first half, Robert? Looks like Breckenridge was at one point trailing 30-21. So they kind of ended with a 10-5 run, to get back with just within 4 points. What do you think was kind of the key to finding their groove a little bit there in the second half, or the end of the second half, or first half?
Yeah, I don't know, Turner. I kind of checked out for a few minutes in the first half because there was really no flow, no ebb and flow to the game. Just too many fouls on both teams, and that's got to go on the shoulders of those teams. And then a couple fouls that, just very tightly officiated, which then both teams don't know what they can and can't do. And it's just not a very exciting first half per se, but a typical well-played first half from both teams, doing what they can to make it a close game at 35-31. But to answer your question, what was the key for the Cowboys there? I don't know because I fell asleep for the last 3 minutes of the first half. So hopefully we get less fouls in the second half.
I'm going to shout out Cooper Roberts stretching the floor with a couple big triples because they were in desperate need of some offense. And I think if he's going to be opening up from three-point land, that's going to kind of free up everything else for everybody else. So I thought that was really encouraging. Then I won't say that they exactly capitalized on it and went crazy inside because every time they went inside, it was, free throws usually. So, but once again, 35-31, your score. We're going to make sure to double-check the book once again at halftime. But the Cowboys trailing by 4 at the half, as did the Cowgirls heading into this one. The Cowgirls were actually trailing 33-30 at halftime in what ended up being a 73-68 victory over the Nuggets in the first half of this doubleheader. As we'll come back. That is a look at your State Farm Stat Report once again as part of our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show.
I promise to stay awake for the second half.
No guarantees. It's been a day. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll come back and, just maybe hit on some of those or hit on some keys for the second half. You're listening to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show once again.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome back. Looks like we tracked down those missing 2 points. We forgot to give Avery Smith his layup that he got in transition. So Avery Smith had 4 points at the half. So Breckenridge Cowboys getting 6 guys into the scoring column here. And, maybe some keys to the second half. The first one I would say is, like I said, I really liked how Cooper Roberts was stretching the floor. So I think if they can get a couple early threes here, especially if they can get Charlie Craychaw going, if he can get on a heater, then it's then it's really going to just make life easier for everybody. Now all of a sudden Aiden Sanchez is slashing through. Levi Christensen doing the same thing, capitalizing on the loosened up defense. And that this is one thing I thought that would be kind of beneficial. I'm not really sure what they're going to do defensively because if I was playing in this game, I would have already fouled out. But I don't really know what they can do to adjust on that one. But
we'll throw your keys to the game on the screen. Smith Motors, small town friendly, big town deals right there in Wapaton. But yeah, another key to the game, I think transition. They haven't really done much in transition. Every time Breckenridge gets a steal or gets out in transition, it's ends up being like 3-on-3 or 2-on-2 or even sometimes 1-on-3. Breckenridge just can't get numbers and can't seem to manufacture that. And that's where Charlie Krejci feasts in transition. They get out there and everybody wants to protect the rim when Breckenridge is running, and he just kind of floats out to the three-point line and gets those looks. So transition, open it up. Turn those Avery Smith steals into points. That kid is working his tail off again.
I know that people are sick of listening to me talk about how much I love watching just how much the game has changed just over the last 10, 15 years or so. I am killing for a transition three-pointer from Charlie Krejci right now. A shot that 10 years ago, or back in our day, we would have got sent to the bench.
That gets you demoted to C squad.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick here.
Mr. Herder would have a few choice words.
Well, that'll do it for our Midcoast Ag Products halftime show, and our keys to the game brought to you by Smith Motors Mopton as well. Matthew Crompton getting the party started for Hawley. Swings it in the left corner. Back out to Crompton. He swings it to Noah Nelson, who's going to line up at three to start off the half. Off the mark, rebounded by Levi Christensen, who's just cleaning the glass.
Lucky number 7 on the boards.
Gets over to Cooper Roberts on the right wing. Charlie Krejci, he's got a 6'6" guy there, so I don't think he's going to be trying to launch it over him. Connor Ernst now. Over to Aiden Sanchez. Sanchez looking for Levi Christensen, posting up. Christensen going to work with that jab, step, and go. And a bank shot in for Levi Christensen. He gets the first points of the half, 35-33 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Getting closer and closer to a double-double tonight.
Crompton over to the left corner. Back to Crompton.
No Caleb Albertson in the first half, so.
Oh, he did.
He played?
Yep.
Okay.
No Logan Church, though. Noah Nelson.
That must have been during my nap.
Charlie Krejci with the board. Cowboys can tie it up here or take the lead with a 3. Levi Christensen out to Charlie Krejci. Now swung over to Cooper Roberts. Aiden Sanchez with the ball.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, very nice cut inside as well. But Cooper Roberts has his shot blocked and recovered. So nice defensive effort there from Jackson Skank, who's the leading scorer in the opening half with 8 points. And Crompton with a nice move to free himself up there. And Connor Ernst will get the rebound. Ernst with 3 boards so far. Cooper Roberts was thinking about going to that spin move, but he'll drop it off to Christensen instead, and they're going to count it and 1. I think a lot of people weren't 100% sure if that was going to be a shooting foul.
A little bit of continuation there. I'm all for it. This is an offensive game in today's day and age, or at least in my world. I wish it was. So we'll go with that. And 1 Levi Christensen tie ball game, 35 all.
He's got 10 points. Trying to make it 11 here on the free throw, but off the mark. Tied up at 35, as you said. 16:23 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Matthew Crompton. Aiden Sanchez out on the perimeter guarding. Swings it over to the left corner. They go inside to Nelson. Levi Christensen playing straight up defense and forces the miss, but Hawley's able to get on the glass for the board to get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Now down to 10. Hawley Nuggets driving into the paint area, kick it out to Nelson for an open triple off the mark. I don't know if the Cowboys are just letting him have that, but
Connor Ernst with 2 rebounds already in the second half.
Right off the bat.
About 2 minutes down.
Over to Cooper Roberts. Roberts gets a ball screen from Levi Christensen. Drops it into Aiden Sanchez in the right corner. Sanchez was looking for the pick and roll action, but instead throws it to a Hawley player. Now Noah Nelson.
Good recovery by Levi Christensen.
Nice kick out to Crompton, who's going to drill the triple. Crompton's first points of the game. Gives his squad the lead back. 15:20 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cooper Roberts swings it to Aiden Sanchez. Sanchez will go baseline on the right side. Nice little shot fake to free himself up. And fouled from behind by Matthew Crompton.
Looked like we might get a jump ball tie up there with Crompton's hand on top of the ball, but he must have went maybe across the shoulder or something. And at any rate, it's going to be 2 free throws for Aiden Sanchez.
Sanchez sitting on 5 points. And now 6 after the made free throw.
Number 14, Charlie Steer.
Trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. Levi Christensen, the only one with a 2-for-2 trip. I didn't think I was going to be monitoring those all night, but I got stuck into the mode after the first game. I was like, oh my goodness, when are we going to see a 2-for-2 trip? But
At least somebody's paying attention tonight.
a 1-for-2 trip.
We're going to get a careless foul here on the Cowboys about 85 feet from the basket.
That's a tough break. Connor Ernst getting tagged with that one.
He's got one to give. That's his first of the game. Never like to see that, though, that far away from the basket.
No, Nelson with the ball. And kick there, Aiden Sanchez.
Boy, I thought they weren't going to call one for a second. He was going to get a free runway to the basket, but they did.
You're giving yourself a hard time not paying attention. We all thought that he fell asleep out there. Oh, my. 38-36 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets over to the left wing and now dropped into Skank, who is fouled. Levi Christensen's going to get tagged with that one. Second foul on the junior.
And he's having a good two-way game here. He's got to be careful. That's his second foul. They need to keep him out of foul trouble. Riggs has been on the bench since early in the first half after he got a personal foul and a technical foul to boot. He's got 3 fouls.
First free throw is up and good from Skank. Rattles it in to get his squad's lead back to 3. Excuse me.
If you see the camera shaking a little bit tonight, the bleachers here double as a rock climbing wall for the children in attendance, so that's what's going on.
2-for-2 trip for Skank. Hawley Nuggets have actually not missed a free throw, so we can't blame the rims anymore, as Aiden Sanchez with a nice little short corner pull-up.
Number 2, Aiden Sanchez.
40-38, Hawley in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Noah Nelson playing some bully ball. Lays it in.
Push Levi Christensen about 4 feet backwards there. Point blank layup.
Aiden Sanchez goes to Charlie Krejci in the left corner. He's going to put up the 3 off the back iron. Aiden Sanchez tries to track down the rebound. Noah Nelson comes out with it. Connor Ernst tries to poke it free from behind, but Nelson with a great ball control to be able to hold on to that one and lay it in with the right. His second bucket of the half. My apologies, he's got 6 points this half. 44-38 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley looking to drive on Connor Ernst. Little turnaround jumper off the mark, rebounded by Sanchez.
Breckenridge down by 6. They've gone quiet on offense. Here comes Christensen on the baseline.
Christensen lays it in for 2 more. Try to stop the bleeding. 44-40 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And a nice turnaround from Nelson again, but off the back iron. And rebounded by Christensen once again. Once again, flirting with the double-double. It's already in double-figure points. His squad's up by 4, or his squad trails by 4. Levi Christensen comes out to set a pick for Aiden Sanchez. Makes the nice read to throw it over to the right corner to Connor Ernst. Sanchez now with the ball on the perimeter. Gets a ball screen from Christensen. Nice little slip there on the pick, but Nelson, the disciplined defense, rebounded by Cooper Roberts, who lays it in for 2. He's into double figures.
Give Christensen credit on that. He missed his layup and immediately got his hands back on the basketball to tip it out to the Cowboys.
4 straight from the Cowboys. Cuts the lead to 2. And the three-pointer is up from the Nuggets off the back iron, rebounded by Sanchez once again. He's up to 5 boards. Cowboys can tie this up or take the lead with a triple. Get it to Cooper Roberts to set up the offense. Roberts will get a ball screen from Levi Christensen. Both of them in double figures. Aiden Sanchez goes inside to Christensen. Defense collapses, and there is a foul on the floor. Might have been a little bit of a miscue there. But Cowboys kind of get bailed out by the foul. Skank picks this one up, only his second, as Avery Smith will get his first action of the half. Levi Christensen coming out, so looks like Cooper Roberts is going to have to play the 5. They're looking for Sanchez, Aiden Sanchez. Oh, that's tough. Little short jumper in front of the hoop. Little hang time on it, too. 44 all. Cowboys have scored the last 6. Hawley looking to get that lead right back, but Avery Smith swipes his second steal of the game.
First defensive possession after subbing in, and Avery Smith gets a steal. How about that?
Back-to-back halves he's done that. And this time it's turned over, unless that was blocked. Either way.
That was hang time again from Sanchez, but once he went up in the air, he had nowhere to go with the basketball.
Hawley with 11:48 left to go in this ball game. Tied up at 44 here at Hawley High School. Cowboys trying to get the HOL sweep of the night after the Cowgirls picked up the victory over the Nuggets. And a foul. Elliott Lee getting a couple free throws for his troubles. Aiden Sanchez picks up his third foul.
And it looked like the, was that Lelm there?
Number 4?
Who's at the line here right now?
Oh, Lee.
Lee. It looked like he might have just missed that lefty layup on his own, but Coach Christensen telling the Cowboys you can't swat down. They're going to call it every time. And that's one thing. The crew's been consistent tonight. You come down, they're going to make you pay, and that's what happened there. A little bit lazy, to come down when you don't have to. A guy misses a layup driving full speed, don't bail him out.
I had someone talking to me at halftime wondering how Jax picked up that foul, and I said, it's the swiping down thing, man. They'll get you for that every time, even if you don't touch them. 2-for-2 trip for Elliott Lee. Hawley has still not missed at the stripe. We'll tally it up in a second, but Charlie Craychaw swings over to Aiden Sanchez. Avery Smith with a nice drive inside and is not able to finish the layup. Point blank, though. 46-44. And a nice block there in transition from Aiden Sanchez. And Charlie Craychaw has 3 guys around him, but it's stolen away. Layup is not laid in, but Aiden Sanchez is able to come out with the board. He's got half a dozen. Connor Ernst over to Sanchez. Aiden Sanchez with a pass fake. Skips it over to Charlie Craychaw on the right side. Avery Smith actually posting up down low. I said there are no posts out there, but Avery Smith said, I can do it myself. I'll be all right.
It's always fun to see when you got a guard-on-guard matchup in the post, because then it comes down to who's been working on their craft more, because that's not your position, your natural position, and Avery Smith looked very comfortable there.
Helps to have the strength advantage, too, down there. So Avery Smith will try to tie this ball game up if he can knock down both free throws, and off the mark on the first. And he's missed the front end on all 3 of his trips to the stripe. We'll see if he can keep his tradition going and convert them to the second one.
Double nickel going to check in.
And Logan Church in for his first action of the ball game.
Going to see Logan Church on the baseball diamond in a couple months, and that kid has the nastiest curveball I have ever seen. About 30 miles an hour, maybe a little faster than that, but it is wicked.
46-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
It's a Barry Zito 12-6.
Barry Zito is a cheat code on MVP Baseball 2003, if you're wondering. But into the post-up, Logan Church right away getting tested, but instead they're going to swing it out to the perimeter. And stripped loose and stolen by Charlie Craychaw after, was that Avery Smith got his hand in the cookie jar, or was that someone else? But
you're going by reputation. It's probably Avery
yeah,
Smith.
That's what I'm saying. It might be my just me assuming things, but Levi Christensen, assuming he's going to get to the basket cleanly, has it stripped loose instead. 10:20 left to go in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breck down 46-45. Skank kicks it out to an open shooter in the left corner, and nothing but net. Hawley's going to call, or Breckenridge is going to call a timeout. Coleman Hoff buries the triple. We'll take a quick break. Cowboys down 49-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Breck Basketball on P92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KVMW News Live per the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back after that High-Camp Construction timeout. Breckenridge Cowboys down 49-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith gets to Levi Christensen, fakes the handoff. Christensen, this is probably one of the more ball-dominant games I've seen from Levi Christensen, so I think that might be one of their takeaways from the last time they squared off with Hawley. Maybe they were thinking, we got a pretty good way to beat the zone this time around, and we're going to kind of put it in Levi's hands. And a lot of dribble kick action, I'm thinking, but it's a lot more dribble take, but
yeah, he likes to fake that handoff and then just go straight head downhill. There he is again. He's going to take this one in.
Christensen has his mind on a bucket, and he's going to get fouled.
We talked about this last game. Defender fell over, and Christensen just almost intentionally tripped over him while he's on the floor, and that's going to be a block 9 times out of 10. Earlier this year, he got one where he scored, fell over. The guy didn't get an and one, and just very smart basketball IQ, like you said. Shout out to the lineage.
I was being selfish and wanted to kick out there, but that is what it is. We had an open shooter in the right corner, and I was kind of like, oh, this is the one where he's going to kick it out, and instead he'll get a pair of free throws, which is still good. Nothing but net on the first. Cuts the lead to 3. 49-46 in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 9:44 left to go. Connor Ernst back into the ball game. And 2-for-2 trip for Levi Christensen.
Sometimes when you're in your area, it's just better to go up with it. When they asked Bruce Reddick, what's an assist, he said that's something you find on your hand, I think.
That's a real Spoon quote? That's awesome.
Well, the real Spoon quote's not safe for the broadcast, but that's what we'll go with.
49-47 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley in the lead. Nuggets kicking in the left corner. And a little baseline floater. Oh, boy. That's never seen a shot more close to going in. That didn't. Avery Smith with the rebound out and running. Now Connor Ernst is going to get called for the delayed
I thought for sure we were going to get a flop there, and Jordan Christensen wants one too. Anytime the offensive player pulls up and stops their momentum and the defensive player hits the floor that hard, could go either way.
Instead, we got a foul on Connor Ernst, his second of the game. 9:12 left to go, 2-point ball game. Breckenridge trailing 49-47 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And three-pointer, nothing but nylon for Coleman Hoff. Hoff up to 10 points. Cooper Roberts answering with a layup.
And he got mighty close to the rim there. I thought we were going to see a dunk.
52-49 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
He exploded on that drive.
Hawley Nuggets going back to Hoff. He's pulling the trigger on another three, but off the mark. And Levi Christensen pulls up nicely, and we got another and one. He said, give me one more, give me one more.
He's got that ability to stop. Like, he just stopped in the fast break, did a pump fake. Nobody else could stop. Beautiful.
Levi Christensen.
Number 5, Levi Christensen at the line for the Cowboys.
Helping out his squad.
I mean, he's an ode to old school basketball in there. I saw him wearing a Vlade Divac jersey the one time.
What?
Actually, that was Jonah.
Oh, I was like,
Sorry.
no way.
Sorry.
Still, that's crazy. The fact that anyone's got a Vlade jersey.
Jonah's a footwork aficionado himself down low.
Descendant of Vlade Divac. We don't even know it. Over to Lee. Swung around the perimeter. They're looking for Nelson in the post area, and what a nice back cut there. And
blocked by Avery Smith.
Avery Smith coming over for the help side. Remember we said he's a post at heart. Levi Christensen now into the right corner. And what a nice cut from Connor Ernst. Gets a defender to jump and one! A little bit of jelly for good measure. Noah Nelson picks up the foul. Third foul on Noah Nelson.
Connor Ernst using the rim there to shield himself against the defense, and the shot blocker just can't get to the basketball. Smart play by number 13.
Ernst misses the free throw, though, trying to complete the three-point play.
If you could blend those two players together, Avery Smith and Connor Ernst, and get a Connor Smith, it would be a good defensive player.
And laid in for two more for Hawley. And that was Becker that time around. And Cooper Roberts trying to answer. Roberts gets his man to jump, and some crafty footwork there for Cooper Roberts. And Roberts up to 14 points. Got a timeout taken. Breckenridge up 55-54. They've taken the lead. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7. This timeout brought to you by High-Camp Construction.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to this High Camp Construction Timeout. We got a 55-54 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
A war of attrition in the paint the last few minutes. And it's who's going to get the upper hand and who's going to give up first. And Breckenridge has had the edge, and they have a 1-point lead.
Breckenridge is getting Hawley to really go for a lot of these shot fakes, though. Setting them up pretty well. Noah Nelson had picked up his third foul. Still on the floor. 55-54 lead for the Cowboys. 7:40 left to go. And the Nuggets already in the penalty, by the way. They have 7 team fouls. Breckenridge has got 4. Crompton with the ball in the half-court circle. Breckenridge in his zone. And they're going to switch it over, and Avery Smith almost picked that off, recovering over. And look who forced another turnover and swiped it loose, and Avery Smith. Just an absolute thief out there. He is swiping everything. I'm loving it.
He's got a trio of steals by my unofficial count.
I was going to say the same thing.
He's also got that blocked shot, so a serious defensive game. And you've been pretty, you gave him player of the game last game when Cooper Roberts had 19 points and 12 rebounds, so I'd say he's definitely in the running this game.
My player of the games are always hit or miss. But Avery Smith, speaking of hit or miss, has been missing the front end of the free throws, and that will continue to hold true here, but unfortunately it's a 1-and-1, so Cowboys are all done there.
I respect you going for the reverse announcer's jinx there.
Noah Nelson is going to put it up from 3, and he's going to knock it down. Nelson having a very strong second half here. He's got 9 of his 14 points, and more importantly has given his squad the lead back. Levi Christensen fakes the handoff once again and frees himself up for the layup. These squads are just trading blows. 57 all. Crompton goes inside, and I thought Smith was going to be swiping another steal there. Kicked out to the left corner. Noah Nelson with the dribble pull up, and that kid is on fire.
We heard Jordan yell, "Levi, close," and that is not what he did. He left his feet in the air, and Nelson stepped by and knocked it down.
59-57, and Cooper Roberts answers once again.
Great body control by Roberts, hanging in the air there, shooting that thing sideways to the basket.
59 all. As these teams continue to trade buckets, Aiden Sanchez has got to be careful on that reach. Over to Crompton. Crompton has it a few feet behind the three-point line on the wing. And they go inside, and Ernst was coming over to try to help, but just a little late. Picks up the foul. 6:01 left to go.
See ball, see man. Ernst had his back to the side of the court and just not able to swivel around in time.
And I can't say that. That's not the guy you want, or that's the guy you want to send in the line for any player on this team because nobody's missed yet. Currently 12 of 12 at the stripe. Hawley is as a team. Oh boy.
There you go.
Announcer's jinx is a little too real sometimes.
Quite the contrast to the girls basketball game where the Nuggets, I believe, were 7 of 23 at the break. Does that sound right?
8 of 23.
8 of 23 at the break.
And we got too caught up with a record being set that we forgot to tally up the free throws for the game. But 1 for 2 trip to give Hawley the lead back, 60-59 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Levi Christensen with a nice little hop step and frees himself up with 2, having a career night. He's up to 20.
Shape-shifting his way in there. I mean, he made himself slim there, getting between those 2 defenders. There wasn't much of a window. Nice little jump stop. Again, we're talking about throwback basketball fundamentals.
A lot of lead changes here in this ball game. Nelson trying to keep his heater going, and it's hard to stop that, but he misses the mid-range. Aiden Sanchez whips it down the court to Charlie Craychaw. He said, I'm going to put it up from here real quick here, off the mark. Levi Christensen tracks down the board and bulldozes the defender, but so he'll get a charge. I believe that is his 3rd.
Not much you can say about that one.
I was going to say, where are you at on that one, official? That might be. I was talking to you, not these officials, just for the listeners are aware.
I wish they were all that easy.
61-60. Cowboys in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Crompton with the ball. Over to the left wing. Now back to Nelson. Nelson swings it over to the right side. And Cooper Roberts almost swiped the steal there, but instead we got a nice cut from Nelson to free himself up for the layup. 62-61 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Charlie Craychaw putting up another triple, and he is struggling today. Only knocked down one so far. Aiden Sanchez with a rebound and has it stripped loose. And Breckenridge coming out to swipe one and ends up throwing it away. They were looking for Aiden Sanchez on the fly route, but instead Hawley comes away with it. And they draw the foul. 62-61 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Under 5 minutes, limited possessions left. You got to value the basketball in this situation.
So 62-61 once again.
Jackson Skank shooting 2.
And it looks like, check who's checking back into the ball game. I want to say it's Avery Smith.
And it's
he's coming in for Connor Ernst.
It's not going to be Jackson Riggs again, who picked up 2 early fouls after scoring 5 points, one of them being a technical foul. I'm not sure how that disqualifies you for playing the entire second half. I don't understand that, but he's still on the bench.
4:35 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Did the made free throw and 1 for 2. And, Hawley comes away with it. And Aiden Sanchez hauls down the rebound after the miss. 63-61 once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Aiden Sanchez now has it, now that everything's settled down. Sanchez was possibly looking to drive on Nelson. And Sanchez missed the right-handed layup. He's able to keep it alive and get his own board, though. Sanchez to Levi Christensen. He's got 20 points. They're going to go to work with the left-handed lay, and he drops it in, make it 22.
That's all made possible by that extra effort, and here's one for you guys sitting at home. He airballed that layup. He was able to get his own rebound because that was a shot attempt. So we had some people in the crowd looking for a travel, but Aiden Sanchez chased it down, got his own rebound.
And they got a size mismatch down low. Nelson, knowing the defense is collapsing, and nice extra pass to the right corner, but off the mark. Levi Christensen's going to haul down the board.
He's got to have a double-double by now, doesn't he?
He's at 9 by my count.
All right.
Along with 22 points, maybe the best game I've seen from Levi this year. And against a tough matchup as well. Avery Smith driving inside. Kicks out to the corner. Nice extra pass to Aiden Sanchez. Loves that sidestep 3, but off the mark. Avery Smith sticking with it for the hustle play, but foul on the floor.
It's going to send Avery Smith to the line, and we'll see if he can kind of buck the trend here and hit the front end of this trip to the free throw line.
So far, 3 for 7. Tie ball game, 63 all on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3:22 left to play. And misses again. So it stays tied at 63. Hawley going with Becker, who drives inside for the 2. Becker's up to 10 points. 65-63 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith has it. Over to Charlie Craychaw. Swings it to Cooper Roberts. It's got a little quiet. Roberts over to Craychaw. Craychaw drops it into Levi Christensen. Double team comes. He goes at it right away and instead goes up for 2.
He disappeared in that double team, came out the other side. I don't know how he did it. We see him do so many things that we don't have an answer for once he gets into that low post area. It's like the Bermuda Triangle.
65 all. Over to Crompton. Crompton's going to let it rip from 3. And nothing but net. Boy, these teams are just trading blows. 68-65 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They go inside to Cooper Roberts, who gets a tough layup to drop.
Through contact.
68-67 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And we got a timeout taken by head coach Nathan Stoa. We'll take a quick one with him. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. 2:05 left to go. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
68-67. Breckenridge trails Hawley, trying to avoid the season sweep of the Nuggets. They inbounded to the left corner. Crompton throws it over to the right corner, but we got a thrown out of bounds.
Hey, shout out to Camden Yards. Yards is watching.
What's up, Yards? Hope you're doing well, Cam.
Drive safe, Cam. We've seen you drive before, so drive safe. Don't
Too
leave town.
fast. Levi Christensen crosses the timeline. Don't tell his parents we said that. Cooper Roberts gets the handoff. Charlie Craychaw now has it on the left wing. Levi Christensen swings over to Aiden Sanchez on the right side. Sanchez driving baseline. Nice pass to the left corner. Extra pass made, but Avery Smith with a heck of a cut down low, and they're going to call travel.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
And he just that extra power dribble by Smith is going to get that basket waved off.
I love that pass and cut, though. It's a nice heads-up play by him. $1:30 left to go. Cowboys down by 1. Got to hunker down. 68-67. Crompton fires it inside. Stolen by Roberts, who throws it off Nelson. What a heads-up play.
Wow, Nelson already running the other way. He thought Hawley was going to have the basketball.
68-67.
That must have hit him right below the numbers on his jersey.
That was a heck of a play there from Roberts. Hawley going with their press. Avery Smith gets it into Cooper Roberts. Cooper Roberts will be running the point. Brings it up the right sideline, gets it over to Connor Ernst in front of the Breck bench. 1:10 left to go. Breck down by 1. Levi Christensen having a heck of a ball game. Was coming out to set a screen. Back to Christensen. Fakes the handoff. See if he fakes another one. He does. Double team's coming. Kicks it out. Aiden Sanchez skips it to Avery Smith. Avery Smith driving baseline. Tries splitting between a pair of defenders, but ends up losing it. 32 seconds left on the shot clock, 15 seconds more on the game clock. So we got 43 seconds left. Cowboys stay solid here and get it back with like 13 seconds left.
Can't afford to give up a 3 here, down by 1.
16 seconds separating them, I should say. 30 seconds left in the ball game. Connor Ernst guarding Coleman Hoff on the perimeter. We got a timeout taken by the Nuggets. We'll stay here, though. 26.9 seconds left to go. We'll set the stage for you. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Cowboys are being led by Levi Christensen, which I assume is a career high, 24 points on varsity at least. And
Season opener against Norman County East was 22 maybe?
Oh,
so
there you go.
I think you're in the ballpark.
And then we got 18 from Cooper Roberts, so he's knocking on the door of his career high as well. Aiden Sanchez, 10 points, so maybe just a little bit of a quieter night from him. And then we also, Charlie Craychaw having a quiet night as well. Only has hit from downtown 1 time. They actually got Avery Smith closing this one out instead, trying to bring that defensive edge. But otherwise, we got 4 starters on the floor with Aiden Sanchez, Connor Ernst, Levi Christensen, and Cooper Roberts. So during this high camp construction timeout, we got head coach Jordan Christensen telling them to try to hunker down for this final 10 seconds of the shot clock. Obviously, don't have to foul in this situation. You're going to have plenty of time left when you get it back. And Cowboys do have a couple timeouts left.
You don't want to foul here, otherwise you've wasted all those 25 seconds that you ran off the clock playing hard defense. So hunker down and get one of those Avery Smith steals. Let's go.
Got to play smart. Kind of a counterproductive thing, though, when you're saying let's not foul, but Avery, go get a steal, buddy. Go here, cuts him out there.
He's sneaky.
He doesn't foul. And they get it into Coleman Hoff. Hoff drops it into Noah Nelson. They're looking to get him with a one-on-one matchup. Crompton puts it up for 3. Off the mark. They leave it short. Levi Christensen gets the board. 15 seconds left to go. Cowboys bring it up to the right sideline, and head coach Jordan Christensen's going to call a timeout with 11.2 seconds left. Look at that contest from Avery Smith. been hyping him up all game for the defense, and heck of an effort getting up there and contesting that, because Crompton's got some length on that jumper. He's got it's hard to get up there and contest it, but Avery Smith liked the hustle, and doing it without fouling is huge.
And this is big here because the next foul on Hawley is double bonus.
Yep.
And with guys like Avery Smith, who struggled at the free throw line tonight, I believe he's something like 3 of 8.
Yep.
If he gets bumped here, he's got 2 chances regardless to tie this game up, and that goes for the whole Cowboys lineup. So it's going to be 2 shots if they can draw some contact. And with Levi Christensen, if you can get the ball into his hands and make sure that they can't collapse on him, you got a good chance to be going to the foul line here in the final 10 seconds.
I know, I might be sounding like a bit of a loser here if I'm fishing for a free throw here to close this game out here, but with how Levi has been getting the defenders to jump, Cooper Roberts as well, getting guys to jump up with the shot fakes, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world to be trying to draw a foul here and get to the stripe, just, with the situation. But obviously you'd love a bucket, but if you get into a situation where the defense collapses, you only got 11 seconds to work with, you might not have a choice. But
well, if you got Levi going inside, you're obviously going to have Krejci and Sanchez able to shoot the 3.
True.
Connor Ernst can shoot it a little bit, and Cooper Roberts in that conversation. Yep. You might find him on the perimeter too.
And Krejci did just check back into the ball game for Avery Smith, an offense-defense substitution. So we got Roberts, Christensen, Ernst, Sanchez, and Krejci on the floor. Cowboys going with their starters for the last 11.2 seconds left. They inbound near their own bench. They get into Levi Christensen. Christensen looking to go to work right away and ends up throwing it away and then fouls, or is supposed to foul, but they didn't get the foul call right away, so.
It's expecting somebody to dive on the other side, it looked like, but no one did.
Yeah, Breckenridge still has another timeout left as well.
Personal foul charge to number 13.
So Connor Ernst will get the foul. Oh, he fouls out.
This is good for Breckenridge, actually. Jordan gets some time here if he wants to use it. He could have taken 20 seconds there for the 5th foul for the substitution, and then called a timeout. But they're not going to take advantage of that. They're going to go right to the timeout.
Yeah, and it's also their last timeout as well. So. Got to see what's going to end up happening here. You got 4.9 seconds to get all the way down the floor. And as we said, Connor Ernst just fouled out of the ball game.
So that's their last timeout.
Yep.
And if they miss this free throw, you can't implement any sort of structure. So that's a tough one. You could almost intentionally miss the second one, but I mean, you want to go up by 3 for sure.
Of course. And we'll see what the Cowboys are going to be drawing up for this one. And 1-and-1 free throw once again, so they could get a free throw here and launch it down the court and get a look at it. Then you'd only need a 2 if you can get down the court that far, but that seems unlikely. So we're probably looking at a heave here, pending a really wild bounce, or maybe if Breckenridge can get lucky if free throw misses and gets batted out of bounds by Hawley. But
what a doubleheader. Final 5 seconds of the night.
Indeed. 4.9 left to go. At the stripe is Jackson Skank. By the way, Hawley's only missed 1 free throw today. Shot is up and good from Skank. He's got 12 points. 69-67, 4.9 seconds left to go. Skank's second free throw is up, and nothing but net. Cooper Roberts gets the ball. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left. Roberts going to have to put it up himself. And off the mark. Cooper Roberts pulled it from the right of the top of the key and didn't get any of it.
You could not ask for a better look than that, Turner. Good job by Cooper Roberts weaving his way through the defense. He had less than 5 seconds. Gets all the way to the top of the key. It just falls short.
70-67, your final once again. We'll take a quick break, come back with your post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network, and the Breckenridge Cowboys fall 70-67 to the Hawley Nuggets. A heartbreaker for the Cowboys. A very winnable ball game, and they will drop the season series. They'll go 0-2 in the season series against the Nuggets. Hawley's only 2 HOL victories on the year and their 5th win of the year. Tough break for the Cowboys, but we got a lot of standouts in this ball game to run over or to run through. We got the Hawley Nuggets with 18 points from
I know you're upset at the outcome a little bit, Turner, but jeez.
I saw a lot of crazy fouls today. I saw a lot of guys get run over today. And we got 18 points from Noah Nelson to lead the way for the Nuggets. We got 13 points from Jackson Skank, 9 of those coming in the opening half. 10 points coming from, Coleman Hoff. Can't forget about him. And then 10 points also coming from Owen Becker. And most of his came in the second half as well. We got 7 coming from Elliott Lee. Matthew Crompton finished with 6 on the night. And then we got 4 from number 4, Levi Whelm, and then 2 from Charlie Steer. So 8 guys getting into the scoring column for the Nuggets, and 7 guys getting in the scoring column for the Cowboys. Leading the way for them was Levi Christensen with a double-double. I got him for 24 and 10. And then he was followed by Cooper Roberts having another strong performance. Back-to-back great offensive outings from Cooper Roberts. 18 points from him, and I got him for 3 rebounds. 10 points for Aiden Sanchez, along with 9 rebounds. So he was just shy of a double-double. 5 from Jackson Riggs. He only played the first half. He was benched in the second half. I'm not going to jump to conclusions or anything, but the technical foul right before he came out for the rest of it was likely the final straw, which unfortunate. But 5 points from Avery Smith as well. 3 points from Charlie Craychaw, only hit him from downtown 1 time in the game, and then Connor Ernst with 2 points as well for the Cowboys. So got to make sure if we miss anybody for rebounds. I guess Connor Ernst had 4 rebounds too, so I better throw that out there. But the Cowboys got a tough break there at the end. This game was at one point tied at 65, and 70-66 or 70-67 ended up being your final. And Cooper Roberts got a very nice look at 3. Nice look at a 3 that we thought was going to be getting knocked down. And then let's go through that the Levi Christensen possession as well. When you were saying he was looking for someone to dive off of that, what'd you see on that one when he was trying to go to work on the right side?
Well, we're under 10 seconds left in the game, right? He gets double teamed on that side. Naturally, somebody should dive to the opposite side to take some attention off, and he didn't have much time to make a decision. He wasn't able to kick out straight in front of him to the shooter, so he threw it over there just hoping his teammate would be on the right page, and unfortunately nobody dove in. Everybody was out on the perimeter, and it was just a perfect storm. I can't really put it on him. You can't put it on his teammates. You just got to give Hawley credit there. It was a great defensive possession.
Yep, they held strong, and that zone continued to give them trouble. So 70-67 your final once again as we ran through the State Farm stat report. And so they'll end up being a split for the doubleheader tonight. Breckenridge, and very similar scores as well. 73-68 was the final for the girls game, and now 70-67 the final here, with the Cowboys coming up short in this one against the Nuggets. So tough break once again in this HOL matchup as they are swept in the season series. And we'll take a very quick break here, and then we'll continue the Miller Realty post-game show with your play of the game brought to you by Essentia Health, as well as your player of the game. Or my apologies. Your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, and your player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health. You are listening to the Miller Realty post-game show on B92.7.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty post-game show. And I would say my apologies for kind of wrapping stuff up quickly because I want to get on the road, but let's be honest, I'm usually wrapping these up pretty quickly regardless. So let's dive into your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. And I got to go with the one that got me out of my seat today. You know, I always try to bring a little extra oomph on the N1s because I get so excited about it. But today I got out of my seat for one of the N1s, and that was on the Connor Ernst one that I thought was going to be a turning point in the game. It ended up not being, but it came at a very crucial time. Got no one else in a third foul, and some very nice spin on the reverse layup as well. And with the foul, so that was one that really kind of stood out to me. I don't know if we got any runner-ups or anything like that.
I mean, both of the Jackson Riggs plays at the beginning of the game were really good to set the tone. The very first basket, I mean, a fadeaway jumper over two defenders. I mean, that would be something I would go with, a good momentum thing. But Connor Ernst, like you said, it got you out of your seat. And in a game where it looked like Hawley could stretch the lead out of reach, and Connor Ernst, a little bit of unexpected scoring underneath the basket, flipped it up. Didn't know he had that in his bag.
Oh, that was awesome. And also, we could always highlight our man Avery Smith swiping some steals because we're always getting out of.
Swiper's going to swipe.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's getting us out of our seat. Or Smith going to Smith. And now on to your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And got to go with Levi Christensen. Fantastic double-double. I think this is the best game I've seen him play. And 18 of those points came in the second half, mind you. I kind of fell asleep at the wheel writing down his points, apparently, because luckily they had me covered on the scoreboard. But 24 points for Levi Christensen, 18 after halftime, also 10 rebounds. And then, Cooper Roberts gets the honorable mention, though, with that 18 points, though. Fantastic outing from him, too. But Levi Christensen, I just really loved how aggressive he was and came out tonight and was a focal point of the offense. And I thought that was just really good to see and good for his confidence going forward as well. And then, once again, the player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And what a doubleheader, Bert. Man, that was fun. We got to witness history. We're going to remember this forever when we got to see Parker Yagi break the all-time scoring record, a 44-year-old record. Did it only as a junior, so she's only going to keep adding to it. Next up is the rebound record. I think she's going to be like 8 away from it. We can check it on Huddle later, I'm sure, when they got actual stats. But so we can't wait to see that. We got 2 outstanding HOL battles. 5-point differential for the girls, and they also kind of stormed back to win it. And then also the Cowboys losing a tight one, but a back-and-forth contest with a ton of lead changes, and it was like a boxing match out there. We were talking about during the timeout break how every time we saw the Cowboys really doing well, Hawley was also doing well. So it was never like a time where Hawley – it was never really a time Breck could take control of the game, and there weren't a whole lot of times Hawley did either, I guess I would say, except for when it got to like a 9-point deficit. But a fantastic outing from both programs. I guess it was a fantastic night for basketball.
Yeah, and I wonder what happens in the boys' game if they do have Jackson Riggs available in the second half. Of course, he got that technical foul. Last year he had a moment that was less than becoming. He would admit he missed the whole season because of it. This year I believe he has 2 technical fouls in 20 games. I just don't understand him not being available in the second half. But I'm sure he wants to take that back too, that technical foul. But they end up being without their best player of the game, and you just want to see your best players in the best moments. So hopefully we get to see Cowboys at full force next game.
Yep.
And, what a beautiful night for basketball. We're indoors, so we can say that. But thanks for having me tonight.
Oh,
I'm
thanks
glad
for
I
joining,
woke up
man.
in the second half of the boys' game, and I could join you for some fun on the broadcast.
Oh, we had a blast. I'm thanks for everybody for tuning in, and we can't wait to I love it. I love when they get these doubleheaders, if I'm being honest. That we got a lot of doubleheaders this year. It feels like we're making up for all the ones we didn't get in past years.
Absolutely.
So this has been a blast. Well, thank you for joining me once again, man. And that was a look at your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, your player of the game brought to you by Essential Health, all part of the Miller Realty Post Game Show. One more time with the final scores. Breckenridge Cowgirls winning 73-68 behind Parker Yeage's 26 points, including the all-time leading scorer, or the bucket that made her the all-time leading scorer. And then the Breckenridge Cowboys falling short 70-67. If you're listening on your drive home, drive safe, folks. It's getting nasty out there, and you have a fantastic rest of the night. You've been listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.